to say recording. Yep, and the red light is there, and we're good.
If a creature is at 0 hit points and I use Rally, I choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you, and that creature gains temporary hit points. Can I revive them with temporary hit points?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
So I'd have to go stabilize them and then...
That would be a question for your DM. If you try and collate, no, temporary hit points will not stabilize anybody.
Okay. But regular healing would, right? Like a healing word.
Yes. Perhaps that's something I should do more research on.
Okay.
Let's see.
Because how long do the temporary hit points last?
Well, it's gonna be a bad night, boys. So. I rolled a natural one.
Last, like, until I can rest or something, don't you?
I got one better to do right now.
Would anyone like to recap last session?
I'm tied up.
Corey gonna die. Crew gonna die.
Dog's fine.
Dog is on. Jerry?
The dog is not. Where did we start? I don't even remember where we started.
Let me
You
consult the
started-
book.
On the Slavic Road,
At the gates of Barovia.
just
Oh
outside
yeah,
of the Slavic woods, overlooking the valley of Barovia,
it's racist.
where you proceed to meander down the road. That was a muddy, tore up, not so great for traveling road, producing yourselves into the village of Barovia later in the evening. The sun had just dipped behind a tall mountain there near the foot of the village. Mist coalescing all around you. You made your way into the village, where you were came upon two small children, who, upon careful poking, you discovered were not small children, but they convinced you anyway to
Yeah, we dumb.
wander into their house in search of the monster that is in the basement. You all went up as opposed to down. After
This is where the basement is.
being slightly terrified the entire time and going so far as to pitten and string the one door closed in the first level of the house, your paranoia lessened as you climbed until the third floor, in which you encountered a set of animated armor. Upon felling it, Kruven had taken some damage in that, but Ziggs had some nice pots to top him off. You all then wandered into the nursemaid's chamber and then into the nursery, where you encountered the nursemaid herself.
Oh, she was over there.
That was a fantastic fight where we saw how much disadvantage can play into wrecking somebody with the stupid ability Shield has.
Shield almost died, but he didn't.
The nursemaid got some revenge, and I don't know. She rip your soul out? Do you have that's something to be discovered?
Don't know, yeah.
But Shield
bad.
went down, saved his con throw, so he didn't outright die, and then was stabilized and brought back. He took a pot, and you guys then wandered upstairs, discovered the children behind the locked door, where they informed you they had been imprisoned by their parents. This is the Durst house, by the way. You finally found Rose and Thorn up there, and they both tried to possess different characters as they left the room after they kind of told you where the stairs to the basement are from the attic. After some convincing and a lot of back and forth dialogue, Kruven tied himself, or had himself tied, tossed into the room, possessed by Rose, where he gained a flaw.
Well, you would call it a flaw.
Where he gained a trait. Unique to Kruven now. Well, at least unique to Kruven while possessed. Which, he likes being in charge and gets angry when other people tell him what to do.
So no visible changes.
No visible changes. Nothing seemingly that much. From there, Shield just took Jerry, because they found Jerry on the second or third floor in the maid's, I think the second floor in the maid's quarters. Second floor, because this is before you all found the animated armor. He tossed him in there, and he was possessed by Thorn, And now that dog is scared of everything, including his own shadow, and he weeps in despair when things don't go his way.
So nothing, no visible change.
Nothing, no visible change there either.
We're good at this game.
Upon finding and talking to them and being informed where the attic door is, you found the secret passage from the storage closet, and fourth floor is down on this end. So first is all the way down there, and then second, third, fourth. And you all are going to begin heading down as far as I know. Is there anything you'd like to do on any of those 4 floors before we get to that point?
All the way down, Kruven is sort of grabbing at whoever's leading his rope. Untie me. I have legs. They work. Untie me.
No.
No. Nah.
Unable to do anything about it, he continues.
Here, hold this dog. It keeps crying.
It's my hands are tied behind my back. Ah.
In your hands behind your back, hold the dog.
Uh,
No, don't. That's
okay.
fine.
I mean, I can try. It might run away though.
I was trying to think of, like, Rose would comfort Thorn, so that way the dog would quit whimpering. But that doesn't really work for me until you try it.
Who was holding your rope?
Did we tie it to shield? I think it was me.
So,
I think you were. Okay.
makes the most sense.
It does.
Maybe.
I'll hold the dog.
Okay.
I'll carry the dog
Well then, if that's the case, would you hand everybody a plastic bag behind you?
with my dagger.
Oh no,
Close to its
we got
throat.
plastic
Are we-
bags.
are we level
Put these
2?
over your head.
Yes, everybody's level 2. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Upon finding the secret door, you all leveled up, and
Was there a noise? Like
No.
a level noise?
No.
if you would find out which floor you've got and then stuff that into there, that would be great of you.
Okay.
Because we're gonna clear the board since you all aren't doing anything more.
Me and Taylor need
House
first and
help.
second, I think. Okay.
I have second.
It works. Taylor, would you mind tossing me that small alcove hit? You use this word? Alcoves.
Did you like this?
Sure, just drop it anywhere. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Should
What's that?
should I open this?
Oh yeah, you all got letters that you're still unable to open in any way.
Yes.
So magically
Yeah, we'll talk
they'll
about
seal themselves.
Because you tried to open it a bunch last time.
Right.
Like something
Bajillion times.
superhuman speed.
So, as you all proceed down the spiral staircase, you have accessed the dungeon level.
Bomb.
As soon as you arrive in this, on this level, you hear an eerie, iridescent chant echoing throughout. You're currently not able to necessarily tell where it's coming from. It's kind of a little bit all around you. But you seem to have wandered into that area. If you begin to poke around a little bit, what are your characters doing?
Being tied up, thrashing.
I'm following Kruven, I guess.
I feel like I'm leading because I'm being pushed into the room,
Yeah.
like first.
I mean,
Yeah.
what
I'm
we
by
know
shield holding the dog.
is that we want to put them to rest down in the basement, right?
Yes, I do think we
Yeah.
we discussed that.
That is the goal.
We don't know what's down here. I fight with my hands. Cut me free.
We'll protect you. Can I have I'll take a hand axe out and ready to untie or cut his binds if we do see something. I'm not gonna tell him that, but I'll have one out.
So you're essentially readying your action.
Yeah, as soon as we see something, I cut his
Would we be able to determine how much of Kruven is Kruven and how much is Rose? Or is it all Rose?
You definitely,
You don't know that.
you definitely, from your experience with Kruven, are picking up on Kruven,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you don't know if that's really Kruven. There's no
Okay.
way to
he willingly
really
tied himself up,
differentiate.
and now here he is. You know,
Just about
Yeah.
being tied
that's
up.
going to be untied. So
Okay.
unclear.
Because
Still brash.
on one hand, like I understand we want to keep Rose tied up because we don't really know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, now we are down a fighter if we need it.
Mm-hmm. Which is what I've been trying to tell you.
Well, it'll be okay for now.
Okay.
I had to make sure it'll fit.
So I think you're trying
Everything's
to
upside
show
down.
me something.
Mm-mm.
Can I turn to Grooven and ask if he can hear Rose in there?
I listen inwardly. Can I hear anything
It's my stomach.
other than my stomach?
Zach, I'll take your pencil. Oh, no,
I have a
gave me.
pencil.
It's not something in the sense of an audible.
Yeah.
It's more of a sense of feeling.
Yeah.
Like kind of being nudged and certain emotions being flipped on
Okay.
and driven.
Okay.
Does she know which way to go?
Okay. Close my eyes and concentrate. See if any of the directions speak to me out of that alcove that leads to the stairs there.
Okay. You get the sensation that you're getting a sense of irritation if you're thinking of heading that direction.
So do
Which
we,
way?
do
But
you wanna
which
just-
way?
This is where
You
we
said-
are, or
you
this
said
is
down
where
the
we are?
stairs. Yeah, you came down that set of stairs. I'm
Okay.
assuming.
That's what I mean.
you're
Like we're at that T junction there.
Mm.
Like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go left.
So he's like here,
You're,
right?
you're getting a bit of irritation.
she's like,
on your left.
So if she wants to go,
I think maybe we should go. Let's try this other corridor.
Is that then this way or
I
this way?
was gonna
Okay.
head off to the right there and see what happens.
Bloop.
Okay, you go in there. They're simply empty crypts. Blank stone slabs meant to seal the crypt. It leans against the nearby wall. You can see that it's open. The other, right there next to it, though, it looks like it's got the name. Looking at it for a moment, you can see that it's got the name Walter Durst etched into the stone itself.
Okay.
so how does
So there's a stone.
Both crypts closed or open, empty. The one has a name etched on it. The others do not have any namings.
can I tell if they were always open or if they were forced open from the inside or outside?
Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Because when you say open, you just mean like the door to the room is open. There's not like a sarcophagus inside that's...
No sort of
Okay.
completely empty. There's stone slabs out of the way.
Okay.
Looking at it, there doesn't look to be like the sense of it ever being resting in a closed position. It looks like they've just got them leaning up against the side, and that's where everything's kind of sat in a state of decaying.
All right, so it says Walter. So internally, I'm thinking about that baby that was in the picture and seeing if any emotions start to like trip out while looking at this particular crypt.
The emotions you're feeling at this point in time are two. There's a sense of like sadness
Mhm.
and anguish, and at the same time like warm fondness. If
Okay.
that makes sense.
Okay.
Kind of like the excitement that a newborn would typically bring,
Yeah.
but at the same time the anguish of knowing that that child died. And there seems to be a recognition there.
Cool. Okay.
What about the one next to it?
I think this was the baby crypt.
The other crypt is empty, nothing engraved on the stone or anything else. It just sits completely empty right now.
Maybe they were planning on having more kids.
So many miles there.
Didn't seem to work out too well for them.
Which way did she tell you to go, Grooven?
Right, she didn't. I mean, she told me like not to go that other way a little bit, but I don't know. How much do I trust her?
Yeah, I wonder what the sense of irritation would be for.
Probably similar to being tied up, I guess.
So
Can I-
irritated.
Can I clarify something real quick?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we might have gotten this wrong. So you said that she felt irritation going left, right?
Going left towards those stairs and down.
Going this
over
way.
there. Yeah.
As Crewin put it, the idea of going down the stairs, thinking down the flight.
Was irritated.
This is where we came from. So
No,
then
we came from.
Mm-mm.
No, we
you
came from
down
the
the
spiral
staircase.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So you've got a spiral staircase that you all came down. That's that little hole,
So
and then
going this way.
a little bit of
was
irritation.
Okay.
The
Which
other
I still
direction-
probably want to do it. But we'll try the other way first, if that's okay.
No, it must
Wow.
be dying, really dying. And I'm killing all the ones not that one.
Do you want me to just
I'm good with
point it
just
at
this if
one?
it's
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
the ambiance.
Oh no, this works.
So we didn't feel anything this way.
You haven't,
No, and we
you
haven't tried
necessarily
that way.
tested that way.
Okay.
You all just popped into those first two crypts so far.
Okay.
So seeing the dead end, yeah, I would give another glance as we come back through the hallway off to the right side. Maybe listen for a second, and then just
That direction.
and then just head the other way.
Still a
back down,
tinge,
yeah.
maybe just a tinge of irritation until your turn, and then a little bit more of like peace.
Yeah. Does this hallway continue on down? Or is that a wall?
Yes,
Okay.
no,
cool,
it
cool.
definitely continues on down. That's a great point and question. Looking on down through the hall, you can see into.
The boss room.
No, the way I gave it to you is correct. Nope, turn it. Yes, just like that.
Perf.
Slide it to you just a smidge. Perf. You can see that there is a room on ahead.
What is it? Oh, a room on ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Or an embalming table.
It looks like
Gross.
there's a dining room. It's got a plain wooden table. There's some long benches
I remember.
flanking said table. There looks to be, you're not necessarily in the room, so it looks to be some things scattered on the floor, but you can't necessarily tell what.
Oh, it's the torture
Um,
room.
And you can't necessarily tell anything about the alcove that is on the side closest to Gwen and Shield.
Alright, well first of all, I'm gonna be checking these nooks and crannies along these crypt rooms.
These ones?
Yeah.
So which one are you checking first?
The one towards me and Zach over here.
You get a warmer sense.
Okay.
Like,
Do we want to move towards that way and read the stones?
Yeah. Y'all are leading me more
Yeah.
or less. I'm just sort of
Okay.
Okay.
trying to
So
pull at my
we
bones.
go in to take a look at what those.
Rage.
What those crypts say.
Against the dying of the light.
Yeah, upon looking at them, you see that they are both etched with names. The one closest to me is etched with the name Rosavaldia Durst. If you open that that room up, you discover that there is an empty coffin. It looks like this would be where Rose was meant to be laid to rest. If you happen to check the other door looking, you would see that it says Thornbolt Durst. And a similar situation, an empty coffin lies beyond.
So, I have the bones in a sheet. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
You brought the bones.
I'd like to put the bones in their respective coffins.
Okay. Do you do anything other than just placing the bones in the coffins?
I'm a robot.
Kind of like will into the bones.
You don't
Great
necessarily have
effort.
to will them into the bones, but just the idea of the pushing out.
Yeah.
Rose slips forth from you. And it's kind of like, no, it's really not that sort of thing. It's kind of like if you just gotten a hug from a kid and the kid decided to let go and run off to wherever.
Oh, that's so cute though. Okay.
So it's, that warm embrace has left you, so to speak.
Bye.
She floats over to above the crypt of her bones and gives you all just a very gracious smile, and then just disappears as she sinks down into it. And as far as you know, she has been laid to rest. Thornbolt,
still holding the dog.
you're just
I'm still holding the dog.
The dog's doing that, like, when somebody in the house has got food and the dog isn't near that food, but the dog wants to be near that food. That's what the Thorn Jerry is doing in your arms.
Okay.
The Thorn Jerry's.
The wild thorn Jerry.
So he hasn't left the dog yet.
Have you gone over to his crypt? Because as far as I know, you were just kind of in front of.
Oh yeah, I guess I am
Okay.
still sitting there. Yeah, I'll walk over there and like Hold the dog close.
So the dog then does it like you've got this like weird fight within it. You can tell the dog's got the get me the F out of here, and at the same time there's like this heading that direction. And there's a split of the subconscious, and Thorn turns and gives you a Shield. Are you over in that area? Gives you a little bit of a dirty look, and then at the same time gives another gracious smile as he does something very similar to Rose as he sinks into his
You like
crypt as
dogs?
well.
You ready for this?
Where are you all going?
Thorn dog. Can someone unfucking tie me?
No, no.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
I want to poke Cruven and make sure he's still Cruven.
Do
Okay.
you allow him to poke you?
Yeah. Yeah. I just give him a very snooty look from underneath my my top hat.
So I'll poke him, make sure he's still real, and then I'll turn back to Gwen and be like, he's okay.
He's
While you all go in concentrating on putting the children to rest, so to speak, as you
we got
turn back
friends.
around and you're holding, I assume you're still holding.
Still holding Jerry.
You see Jerry's duplicate there on the ground, and giving you little cocked heads
What?
and wagging his tail.
He's a ghost dog.
Oh, shit.
And as you say this, and how are you feeling in this moment of seeing?
Oh.
I'm shitting a brick.
I throw the thorn dog at the other dog.
Other Jerry speaks to you
Oh.
and says, "Damn it, it's me, Ziggs."
Mm.
Okay.
Damn it, Ziggs.
Whew. That was pretty good.
I say damn it, Ziggs.
He chuckles that little,
Punt the
like
dog.
Grandpa Dan chuckle. If you can picture the,
Yes.
yeah, I've done something extremely mischievous, and lets his mirror image fall, or whatever it happens to be, his illusion.
What is that?
It's something that he was using the mess out of.
Minor
last time.
illusion, I think.
Minor illusion.
He was the dining chair.
Crazy kid.
What's the time chair? There's a 8th chair at the table. All right. There's still an unexplored dining room, a hall now that you don't have any inhibitions about, and another set of crypts that you haven't, looked into at all. Not that you have to.
Should we check the other crypts?
I think we should.
Okay.
Let's read them.
It'd
So
be
stepping
ass
into
if
the other
something comes after us just because we didn't
crypt
check.
alcove, you see that the names written upon these stones, the stabs, are Gustav and Elizabeth Durst. Each have their own crypt with a name on them.
Can I check the crypt doors for traps?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Is that a 20?
Nice. Yes.
Where's my investigation? 4.
Okay. These doors look perfectly safe.
Did we get a name for the other crypt?
No, there was no name on it.
Okay,
You've only
just
come across
checking.
names of the two children, Rose and Thorn, and now the parents, Gustav and Elizabeth.
And the baby.
Oh yes,
Baby.
yes, excuse me.
Or whatever.
And Walter.
Yeah.
Walter.
Yeah.
Walter Cronkite.
Doors look safe, guys.
I trust you wholeheartedly.
Okay. Which door did you just open?
Gustav's?
Okay. Upon opening Gustav's crypt, the chamber beyond contains an empty coffin atop a stone fire.
Righteous.
Cool.
Yeah, this is definitely empty.
That's not good.
That's
Be on
weird.
guard.
Huh?
Be on guard.
I'm on guard all of a sudden.
Yeah, super on guard.
I'll open the other one.
Okay. Like the door, or you open the crypt to mess with it?
Oh no, I opened the door to
Okay.
the other.
Opening the door, you see another crypt inside. The lid's kind of on this one, but not in a great way, if that makes sense. It's a little bit askew.
But like not far enough off that someone could have slipped out.
No, not that far off.
Should we?
I'll investigate
right?
further.
Okay. Oh, right. Good call.
Okay. Go ahead and make me another investigation check.
I'm not good at this tonight.
How do you
2.
How would you describe how you're going about investigating this? Maybe that'll
Without
maybe a
touching. I wasn't touching.
Maybe a little role play will help your roll out.
Yeah,
there.
there you go.
I walked up to it very cautiously without touching it.
Do we have any
Looked
light sources?
around. Yeah, I was gonna try and peek inside, but
Okay.
I don't know how dark it is in there.
Dark vision is great, but it can't overcome everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can just tell that it's nice and dark in there.
Okay. I guess. You want to open it?
No, I want to close it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you want to close the?
Greedy bastard.
You don't see it? I wonder what's in there.
fine. We'll close
Not
it.
nice to mess with the dead. All right. So from the walking around to the other side, if there is a way that I can just sort of like lever it into closed quickly just by pushing it or something, I would like to try to do that
Okay.
without it incurring anyone else's help,
Okay.
if possible.
Go ahead and make me a athletics check
Okay.
for.
I'm super strong. I'm not. Why did I
No,
do this?
is it acrobatics? Excuse me. It's the dex check.
Oh.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
That means he's like dying.
Scooby-Doo bop.
Not necessarily.
We're rolling with a 14, Captain.
14. Okay. You very nimbly, very quickly, with deft skill, slide the top over. It seems to go on without much problem. As soon as it sinks into place, the top begins to get hit against from inside.
Gross.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh man, I was gonna sit on it.
And then what?
Because it was gonna. I was just gonna sit on it and then she can push
You
it
know how
off.
light this is.
Oh yeah, I felt
Light
that.
as a feather.
Like
Awesome.
a 4?
Nice, dude. I got a 5. We're so good.
Did you get to add anything to it?
Yeah.
What
but,
do you add to it?
know, initiative.
Where's that?
Hey,
Initiative.
hey. 4,
Oh,
5, 6.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm on technically 8.
I have 18.
Nice.
Also, I'm
Okay.
not close to them, so.
I get farther
Where's my thing?
away.
Yeah, I guess I'm in here. Is this the one we're in? To the right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and. There isn't necessarily any massive difference.
I'm a 15.
Are you there in the middle?
Yeah, I figure this can just count as me then.
I'm on fucking coven.
Shield. When did you get a gun, dude?
Oh, that's.
That's your hunter.
Wow. Okay.
This can be you.
Gracias.
You're in here.
I'm
You're
on
like
the coffin. Yeah.
really close.
Do it. You got a 15?
Hashtag.
I don't have any weapons out right now.
And we are still at level
It's
2,
free.
correct?
You
Yeah.
are level 2.
Awesome.
It's a
You
free
just
item.
hit level
interaction.
2.
To like
Still level 2.
draw your weapon. Right?
Okay.
Huh?
Drawing your weapon would be like an item interaction.
Maybe an item interaction, yes.
From, yeah. You mean like at the start of combat or
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
So like it wouldn't caught like you wouldn't miss your attack because you didn't have it already already.
Right.
It's a free item interaction. Things you can't do is like switch in and out of using a shield. It
Yeah.
takes an action to actually equip and
I'm not worried about that.
equip. I know,
I have
but
a perma shield.
that's something that was
I'm just waiting for you to like dual wield shields.
okay. So an 18 is what
Like
you
a bash
have.
somebody with it.
So Freya, as you see, Gwen SG.
Who's Freya?
What
As you
You've been playing with other women?
as you see, as you see Kruven deftly throw the lid up on top, and it begins to ruffle up. The lid does not open all the way, but begins to pour out over the top of it through that gap. A swarm of centipedes.
No!
What?
I hate centipedes.
Wait, did you roll for Ziggs?
Oh,
No,
yeah. Somebody
hey.
roll for Zig.
What?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm so good at rolling, you guys. He got a 7. Which is good, because he goes right after me, so I can just pop up. Oh, which is actually really good, because he's got like a vial of fire.
That's why I thought it's 6.
Yes, pretty much.
So you see this horde of insects come boiling forth from the coffin. What do you do?
I start to tap dance all over them.
Boom.
Golly, it seems odd to try to hit centipedes with my rapier.
Oh yeah, that would be
Poke, poke,
terrible. Yeah.
Poke, poke, poke.
Yep.
Like a shish kebab, just pick them up.
Got a battle hammer. That should be pretty good for them.
Just
That's
like
a really good idea.
lay the battle hammer flat and
Yeah.
drag it.
I don't know.
Like smash them.
Your shield just
Sort of like I could just like belly flop.
What all do I have?
Of course, then they'll crawl all over me.
Yeah.
Would vicious mockery be? Let me ask this.
This
very
one centipede
serious
is
way.
like, "Peh."
I'm so insulted.
Not your mama joke.
Does vicious mockery, does the creature have to understand languages?
Well, I don't know.
My only weakness. My fragile ego.
Golly.
Why is there no internet? Yes, there is. There is so internet. There you go. All right.
I was trying to determine
If a target can hear you, though it need not understand you.
Okay.
Okay. But I was trying to determine if it would affect, like, if that is a shout,
If it is a shout.
and if that would affect multiple things was kind of what I was trying to wonder. So I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
It'll be a single creature, but I think this.
Is a swarm
we'll
would
see.
be considered?
We'll see. Maybe
okay.
if a swarm is considered a single creature.
That's I'm not quite sure yet. So we will find out. So yeah, I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay. Is that a DC that I gotta clear?
That is.
It is indeed. Wisdom saving
Yes.
throw.
I need to get my.
Your mama only had 80 legs
instead of
100.
Oh!
No.
Alright, I failed it. I'm
The
sure I failed it.
implication
Okay.
that she's
How
inbred.
much do I take?
One.
Dead.
1 damage.
Okay. The centipedes look so affected.
I feel good about it.
It looks disadvantageous
Well,
to his
Like
eyes.
as the swarm is moving forward, you see one somewhere in the middle do like a curly Q, and they continue to move forward in a.
It's now disadvantaged to
They
you.
have disadvantage on next attack roll.
Okay. After Gwen,
Sucker.
who do we have? Mr.
Miriam.
Girion is up.
I attempt to stomp on them. Is that a melee?
That would be an improvised attack.
Yeah.
Or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be an attack roll, melee attack roll, and then you'll do a d4 of damage. Plus your strength.
So you get proficiency bonus to hit.
I don't think that was a perfect. Oh. Yes? Actually, I think you're automatically proficient with your feet.
I'm pretty sure
As
that's.
silly as that sounds, but yeah. So add your proficiency bonus and your strength mod to that roll.
6.
6 is not going to cut it.
Some dexterous.
You're
mother-
dashing away as you stomp on them.
They slither around your feet.
Alright, we got
This sucks.
so Kruven after seeing Girion try to stomp on them, Kruven is gonna draw his quarterstaff from the pack and standing up on the sarcophagus is gonna try to like tamp them down.
Okay.
With his quarterstaff.
Go with the tamping attack.
Blah! Tamp so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me. That will be a 15.
That will hit.
Awesome. Excellent. Great. Shpat. Not awesome. So that'll do 6 damage to whatever one I hit first. And then realizing that he could be slightly more effective, he's going to hop down and try to stomp with his foot as well.
Okay.
A bonus action attack. That'll hit. That's a 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then that's going to be another 6 damage. Cool.
Yeah.
So, bah, stomp, squish.
Okay.
Pow.
You notice that in your stomps and squishes and its mocking word that kind of moved one of them on top of the others. You got 2 for 1 in that sense. It looks like their numbers, they've stopped pouring out of the chest now, and it looks like the numbers are being cut down quite rapidly
Okay.
of all the swarm.
Okay.
Ziggs is up.
He is. Alright, so he's gonna take a vial from his belt and just sort of like lob it onto, or like slam it against the side of the coffin where they're pouring out.
Okay.
And it's the alchemical acid, and so it's a dex save. Yeah. DC 13.
Doesn't make it. They don't make it.
Okay, so it's gonna be 1d6 here. Boom. Cool. That'll be 3 damage to them.
Okay.
And the objects automatically take maximum damage, so the edge of the sarcophagus takes 6 damage.
Okay, so our esophagus just like starts to collapse in on itself. It just is eating.
Is it like an old stone that we're looking at here? Is it some sort of like wooden material?
It is a wooden material, I do
Okay.
believe.
Okay. It's kind of like a big coffin, like
It's
a
like
casket or something.
Yeah, a casket.
Yeah.
Yeah, empty coffin.
Okay, cool. I'm thinking like huge stone tombs. I think that was a little bit
much.
sturdy for, which makes sense. I mean, they did have to get it down into the basement. That is Zig's turn. Sorry, shield. No. The swarm is up next, and then it will be shield. Don't bite my tootsies.
The swarm circles on Gwen and make a attack after being yelled at. They crit.
With this
Xander
advantage.
wants. Oh.
Not even from me, but from her vicious mockery.
Does a 20 hit?
Probably.
Sure.
Better than a crit.
It is. You're going to take 6 damage.
Critipedes.
Oh wait, now that's yes. Okay, got it. Answer my own question.
Dang.
So, the couple of remaining insects go nipping at her feet, finding, I assume, somewhere between your boot and pants, the ability to strike. And as they're striking, shaking your legs, they're falling back off onto the ground. It rolls around from the centipedes to
Shield.
What's
the big man.
So there's still some centipedes left?
Yeah, on the ground.
2 or 3 of them.
Not on her legs.
Squish
you
the
have to
shit
chop
out
it
of
off.
You
Okay.
don't need 2 legs.
Probably I want to like smash him with like the top of my hammer.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that's cool.
20.
Yeah, that hits.
Stupid boss.
10 damage.
Nice.
As Gwen is flailing her legs around and knocks them off over in your direction, you're just like... Everything goes silent. No more insects, centipedes are moving around. You see a slight twitch of a leg. Gearing steps on that one since it's not moving around. He knows he's got that one easy peasy.
Did you get bit? Looking at Gwen.
Yeah, probably.
Are centipedes poisonous?
We'll find out.
Let me know if your leg starts to fall off.
Do these look like normal centipedes, or are these Barovian centipedes we've never seen?
They look very much like centipedes that you've seen in the past, but they're much larger than your typical centipedes.
I'm saying regular peppers, ghost peppers. Regular centipedes, ghost centipedes. That's all I'm saying.
I'm with you.
That's all I'm saying.
So as you all back into the hallway after crushing a bunch of bugs,
It
where
sounded kinda
do
like
your
that.
characters go? What do you all? How'd that conversation go?
How high are these walls?
That's a great question. The tunnels,
I just want to know.
they look to be about 4 foot wide by about 7 foot high. There's timber bracing, about 5 foot intervals. You can tell though that the room in which the table's in looks to be a little bit taller, maybe around 8 foot.
Okay, cool. I like to imagine that I'm literally scraping the sides and the ceiling all at once.
Announcing our coming. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So I know technically we just got attacked by this this coffin here.
Yeah. Why don't you stop touching things, Krugen? Always
Bear with me.
Always gotta fix stuff.
Bear with me. Let's go open the other one.
What? I thought you wanted to leave the dead alone.
Did we already go in there?
You
I
went in
okay,
there.
I'm sorry. I thought we hadn't gone in
Isn't
that
it?
one
It
yet.
was empty.
It's
Okay.
empty.
Yeah,
You tell
never
quite
mind.
clearly it was
Oh
empty.
yeah. Let's not mess with that one. Yeah. Tis a silly place.
Okay.
To the alcoves.
To the which alcove?
Are you wanting to go here?
The big room with the dining table or whatever.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna use this to guide
Y'all
and
are
act
able
as
to-
all of us until
Yeah,
we
that's
need
cool.
to.
I like that.
Okay, you're able to see a couple different things. If you would be so kind as to put this coming out of that side of the room.
Right here?
Yep, right there. And then if you would be so kind as to put this one
Oh, dang. That's a lot of exploring.
coming out of the bottom side of the room on the
Just
other
like
side
that
of the
one
table.
off.
Out of the bottom of the.
Yeah. It's similar, but
Is
I
that-
made more squares this time.
Like,
Yeah.
There we go.
They're all technically one big
Is this going
picture.
to be one of those maze things where we have to flip it
Yeah,
over
dude.
again?
It's gonna be great.
No, it's not.
Gonna be great.
It's fine. Shut up.
Caleb made like a huge square
I still have it.
with all
Yeah.
of the
Individual squares to flip.
yeah, they were all flipped over, and we had to like flip each one over as we went to see which direction the maze went.
That's kind of cool.
Mhm.
It got a little tedious, but it was neat for the first, hour and a half.
We enjoy the fruits of his labor.
Upon entering the dining hall,
I'm just gonna move over here.
you can see that those objects that were on the ground that you were initially wondering what they were, you determine that they are moldy humanoid bones that have been lying strewn on the dirt floor. It looks like it could have been part of some sort of weird banquet feast and just kind of tossed to the wind as people were eating. In the middle of the south wall is a darkened alcove.
Okay.
Do any of you go near it?
I do.
Which one? The corner?
The one alcove that way.
Yeah. I'll go over there.
Go scout it out.
I go over there.
Okay.
In a stealthy fashion?
Yes. Quietly.
What is your
It said scout.
What is your passive perception? I have that.
14?
Ooh.
That's this number right here?
I'm rocking 16, I think, or 15.
Okay. Out of the alcove
Oh no!
comes this thing.
Oh no! Is that a purple worm? Or is it just a giant centipede?
I am in an alcove.
It says giant centipede on the bottom. Of it.
Okay, okay.
But
So I guess I'm here.
that doesn't necessarily mean that's what it is.
Like, also purple worms are like
Are you near there? Are you near
20
me?
feet in diameter.
And ridiculously hard to fight and kill.
Around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm there. Like, I like to be close to the front,
Like that.
Okay.
for some reason.
Go ahead, Wolf. Well, you want to maintain same initiative?
I'm down with that. How about you roll for the centipede again,
I
and we'll
shall
keep
roll
ours.
for what this thing is. It is a 13.
Alright.
So if you pencil me in, that's supposed to do.
We'll start up at the top with Gwyn.
Here.
Okay, dokie.
Fortunately, all your passive perceptions were high enough.
To not walk in there with it?
Would have
Oh,
surprised
dang.
you.
Oh. Oh.
If I climb up on the table,
Okay.
could I get a good vantage point to shoot at it with my longbow?
I think so.
Okay, I would like to do that.
How does range on? You're not point blank with it, so it should be fine, correct?
Right.
Correct.
As long as it's more than 5 feet.
Yeah. I mean, you're good.
We're in the room for 2 years.
Does a 18 hit?
An 18 will hit.
Nice.
And then that's my. Where did that go? Oh, 28. Oh, that's a 7.
That's
I
a
thought it was a
7.
1. Woohoo! 7 plus 3, so 10.
Nice.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Okay. Where does this thing fall in the?
Third, after Girion.
Okay, thank you. I've got you all in order, and I'm just adding arrows for where this thing sticks in.
Alright, Girion will be up.
Alright, I'll swing my short sword at it.
Okay.
At the
Slash. A slash. And that's a dex.
10.
Yep. 10.
10 is not going to cut it.
I'm not cutting anything
It's a
tonight,
pun.
guys.
It's a pun because it doesn't cut it.
I get it.
Alright, and then the centipede latches on your neck and you die.
Probably.
He
Sorry,
doesn't
it's
die,
just-
it just holds on.
just
It's
how it
just
happens.
like, you are now my friend.
It's like a dog playing
Just
with you.
hold on now.
So this creature, Girion being the closest,
Oh,
it
man.
lashes out at you with what you first thought to be a centipede. It looks more worm-like in nature, with interesting, almost like tentacles coming off around a beak that is in the center. It is now opened up, and one of these tentacles reaches forward.
Oh, no.
You know what this is?
A
Let's see what happens
23 hits.
Armor class is what that hits against, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
Alright, my
So as it slashes out with you, it does 12 damage.
Okay.
It then proceeds, since it's kind of landed a tentacle hit, to strike at you with its beak. Does a 18 hit.
Yes.
All right. So then with its beak, it slashes in towards you, doing 6 points of damage.
no.
Yeah, I'm at -2 now.
Okay.
All right, so
Alright, so with that, you go down.
All right.
Gideon, initially grabbed, pulled off balance, the beak slamming into his chest. He stumbles backwards and falls to the ground.
Who has the health?
Seeing this, Krubin moves into action.
He does indeed. Doing his best not to step on his fallen comrade, I'm going to try my best to ram the quarterstaff into its beak here.
Okay, into that gaping maw.
Is it kosher if I roll on the
That's fine. That is fine. We'll see what it does.
an 11?
Let's see what this thing- 11 total?
Yeah.
You stab with it, but it reels back and is shy of landing.
Alright. As it sort of like latches onto my quarterstaff, I've got a free hand over here, so I'm just gonna try to like hit it in the face. Wow, that was a terrible roll. Yeah, it's a 7. Oh,
Okay.
it's so frustrating. Okay.
7's not going to...
Can't get a hit on it.
Ziggs.
Yes, alright. Ziggs.
Where is he? There's an extra chair.
The chair
Ziggs.
was alive.
Grabs on the other side of his belt, is going to chunk this orange flask up in the alcove directly above the centipede. Oh shit. Yeah, he's gonna do that. Shit, I didn't think that through very well.
Well, think it through. You're playing a different character.
That's true.
Go ahead and spend a moment.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna swap back to the acid.
Okay.
Does he have a? Do you know if he has a limit on how many vials of each he has?
I don't think that there's a limit. It's just one of those things that he's kind of
Okay,
got
so
in
it's like a
pouch.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the acid instead. All right, so it's a DC 13 Dex saving throw.
The creature doesn't make it. It slams into near its beak, shattering, washing over one of its tentacles as the tentacle begins to writhe.
Yep, takes a 6 damage from that one.
Okay. Was that considered? What kind of damage would that be considered?
Acid is its own type.
Okay. So 6 damage.
Cool, good. One of us hit.
Yeah.
All right.
After Ziggs is thrown, this shield finally lumbers into do some work.
Who has the health potions? Don't remember.
I think Ziggs does.
Ziggs has health
I've
potions.
got some too.
So we had multiple.
We've
of
got
them.
multiple health potions. Things to remember. Proven you cannot take one of those health potions, so you have to take a long rest first since you've already used one.
Okay.
You've got like 3 pots of healing though, I think. Wasn't it 3 or 4?
Yeah, those are the ones I was asking.
Yeah. I think you used one last session to heal after
After the
I think
fight.
you're right.
or no, we took a short rest and you recovered using hit die.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So you're okay.
It's an action to stabilize, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go stabilize Girion.
Okay.
What does that mean for me?
Then you're
You sit and wait.
Okay.
yeah.
Do I need
Then I'm
to
not
make
dead?
a medicine check?
You're brought to 0,
It's a DC 10.
so you're no longer in the negative.
I'm no
You're
longer at
stabilized.
-2. I have 0 now. Okay.
If
15.
if he passes.
I see. Oh, jeez.
If he passes his
So
medicine.
you passed the medicine check. You were able to stabilize him. Your years of being on the battlefield and
1 HP.
helping things out. Please.
Alright, shield, and then it rolls back up to Gwen and then Gary.
When?
Okay. How?
Oh yeah, I cooked steaks last night.
Dang.
I'm
I'm gonna
play Pandemic. It was a good night.
go ahead and take another shot with my longbow.
Okay.
Ooh.
Knocking another arrow. You draw back. Let loose.
To 13.
It's not going to quite hit it. Glances off the beak, slamming back into the alcove itself, rattling harmlessly to the floor. Girion, you've just recovered. You're getting up after being dazed. Your chest has got an ache to it that worse than any heartburn you've ever experienced.
So I can move.
You can move.
Yeah.
Standing up takes
Yeah,
up
yeah.
your movement speed.
It does.
It takes.
And
It takes. All right.
Also, moving away would provoke an.
attack of opportunity.
But you can take the disengage action and not provoke an attack of opportunity.
This is true.
But then you don't get to attack.
This is also
Does
true.
he already have that?
It's a everyone can do that.
Everyone can get it.
No,
You
I
can
didn't
take it as a
action.
bonus action. Yeah,
Right,
as a
okay.
bonus action, that's going to be in a couple levels.
You right.
Yeah. Then I'll disengage.
Then I'll get the
Ouch.
heck out of here.
That shit hurt.
Wait. So I don't get to attack this round, or I don't get to attack
So
for the rest of
you
this
take,
fight.
if
round.
you take the disengage action, that is your action is to disengage. If you were to just disengage, I would get an attack of opportunity on you, which could put you right back into the same predicament you were in earlier.
So
We use different
I
targets
won't
for
get
that.
to.
Like just walk away instead
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Because
If you opt to walk away,
Yeah, there you go.
You
with your
can. You
movement,
get to
I'll
attack
get the
up
attack.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Do I
But-
get to move any after I disengage?
You have 15 feet of
Yes.
movement remaining.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
is
Yeah. Then I'll
Three
disengage.
squares. All the squares are 5 foot.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll disengage and I'll move.
And you can go diagonal too.
Oh, you can.
Yes.
So I'll move back here, away from.
I'm probably right there.
Move back to where the frontline tank is.
Yeah. I'm just moving away from. I'm moving back toward that table, away from that thing.
No, that's totally fair.
Good call. Good call.
So that's what I've done.
As Gary moves back, the creature itself, seeing that it has opportunity to drive the dagger
Scuttle.
home, begins to move after you. This is going to invoke
Yes, it is.
a couple of attacks of
Yes, it
opportunity,
is.
but I'm going to move right over there,
There or
right there. Yeah,
okay.
chasing you down. I assume this is going to be attacks of
Just
opportunity
shield.
What?
It's just shield.
from shield. Where's Ziggs in all this?
Oh shit.
Uh,
I had him pinned like back here
All
somewhere.
right, I'm going to assume
Out
he's
of
right
battle.
behind shield. The way it moved, he'd also have an attack of opportunity.
So it would. Hey, how cool. That is cool. Okay. Yes.
22.
That hits.
What else does he use normally?
Whip.
Like his whip?
Break
Okay.
out, the old lady.
Hell yeah.
Come on, ex-wife. Oh shit. Alright, that's an 11.
Okay. That's not gonna cut it. As he fumbles, pulling out the old lady, the ex-wife, whips her around in this more encumbered area. He's able to lash out, but it's just not quite the same. Shield, though, comes around with your big old bug-smashing weapon and wallops it on the back of its tail as it begins to slither by. It then lunges forth again with one of its tentacles, the one that isn't acid-stained. But from the blow from behind, it's off balance and off kilter, and it wings wide of Geary, and it lets out a shrieking yell in his direction. Kruven.
I ain't afraid no ghost. Alright. Same thing. This time I'm just gonna like try to clap it across the back with my spear instead of like crushing it. I say spear. Quarterstaff. That's a 13.
Just not.
In frustration, I kick out with my bare foot and get a 24. Cool. Great. Awesome. I crunch its little tail, dealing 6 damage.
I mean, every damage counts. Alright.
Wait, no.
After Kruven's had a little bit of some frustration, it rolls back around to Ziggs.
He does have it.
It's a bonus action?
Yeah.
Must be level 2.
What's it called? Cunning
action.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Level 2 rogue.
There you go. So,
Okay. All right. Now I know next time.
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Sorry.
It is now Zig's turn. That is.
Ziggs
This
is
is
up.
my bad. Okay. So.
He's got reach with his whip. It's a reach of 10. If you'd like to go that route, you could also.
How big is the centipede?
It's medium. It's
Medium.
medium all
Okay.
size.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it is considered a medium monstrosity.
Okay.
You've started to put together that's not really a centipede now. Everyone can go ahead and make me a nature check.
Ziggs is super proficient in nature. Okay. He 25.
Okay. Ziggs landed that?
Yeah.
Ziggs yells out, "It's a Grick!"
Oh yeah.
Hearing that, you guys put together that it's more like a worm-like creature. They like to hide and wait
In the shadows.
and latch onto something with their tentacles and drag them back into the shadows and devour them with their beak.
So
There was a Grick in Lost
That's
Mines. They all never fought.
Because we didn't go poking around alcoves.
No.
Is
Like-
this your dinner party? You made a mess.
All right. So, with Ziggs knows that it's a Grick. He calls that out. Did you want to have that be his action, the
No.
ability check? Okay.
I'm gonna let all of you just kind of have that as like a passive moment of understanding.
Gotcha.
You've seen enough of it now to realize it's not quite all it's chalked up to be.
All right. I'm gonna take a huge off-the-wall risk here. He screams that it's a Grick. He then cries out, "Don't let it get in the shadows!" And he runs, jumps up off the table, like leaps, blah, off the table, Super Mario style, and attempts to grapple the Grick.
Okay.
Yep, that sounds like Indy.
You're not supposed to get up here.
Where did she get up?
She got up on the chair.
Oh,
She's
turd.
wanting a toy, I'm sure. Here. You want this? Yes.
I love toys.
Toys. Don't bring me. He's okay. I love toys. Oh my goodness, I love toys.
She's like, why'd you hide it, mommy?
Here we go with his -1 to athletics.
Is it contested?
It's a grapple, yeah.
Roll it.
No, it was gonna be a 20.
What'd you give?
I got a 7.
Plus anything?
That's the total.
What is this? Dex?
Athletics or acrobatics?
Doesn't matter. They're both +2. The Grick, with great effort, shrugs this flying gnome off. He's a gnome, yes?
Yes.
Gnome off his back as he tumbles on past it, kind of into the wall, probably occupying similar space as it right now.
Yeah. It's kind of. It's anyway. Yeah.
The Grick rolled an 8.
Oh no.
6 and 2.
So,
Dang
it's
it.
my turn now, right?
That is.
So after
Correct.
Zig's shield is back up.
So seeing what Ziggs did and seeing that Garian's trying to get away, I'm gonna try to do the same thing
Okay.
with a +5.
Fluffy bugs.
8.
The Grick is a little more wary of his surroundings and what's happening. You seem to reach out to kind of grab or pin him, and it slithers in a manner that it's like a snake underneath you. Gwen, you're back up.
You know,
It's
we're doing our
right
best.
there in your face as you're on top of the table. To use your bow, you'd be at disadvantage
Yes.
Okay.
unless you were to move.
Do a backflip.
which could provoke an attack of opportunity. That being said, you could do other things as well.
I'm gonna try and cast sleep.
Okay.
Is that good?
Things you know about sleep is it? Do you get to choose which creatures it affects? That's all I want to double
Yes.
check. Okay, then you're fine. Otherwise, I was gonna say, there goes Girian. There goes.
Yeah, I mean, Gary would go first, but that would only take one from the pool.
Yeah. All right. So you're trying to sleep this.
So it starts with that.
Well, this says creatures within 20 feet of a point that I choose. So that is going to affect all of us, isn't it? Yeah, that's not a good call.
So I'm a half elf and I'm immune to
Falling asleep.
falling asleep
I am
magically.
too.
Oh, I can't either.
Oh.
It
So
would be
we would just have to slap him
Ziggs
awake.
and shield.
Yeah. And it looks pretty beat up. Its tail's kind of hanging
Okay.
on like a
Then-
salamander that's been caught one too many times.
Then I'll go ahead and just try and hit it with my rapier.
Okay.
Aww. No, I won't.
Okay. Gwen draws her sword and drives it forward. The Grick is in super reflex mode and does some weird overrate as it. Girian, it's staring you in the face and it is your turn, sir.
All right, I guess.
It's like the Pootie Tank belt.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna take my short sword and slash at it again.
Jab at its face.
Oh, I just rolled that really far.
13.
Yeah.
13 total.
Yeah.
Again, it draws its head back, glancing off the beak. You see it leaves a scar mark, and the Grick becomes even more enraged. You still have movement, and you still have your disengage. I'm actually going to give you an extra attack since we didn't know that it was one of your skills last time.
That's fair.
So,
Yeah,
if you would like to take another attack, you may.
And you still have the disengage as a bonus
And
action.
you still have a disengage as a bonus action.
Alternatively,
Okay,
you
so I can swing again and then
again.
disengage after
Because
that.
we're still learning some things about your rogue.
Oh wait, no, you can't dodge.
Because that takes an action to...
What is dash?
Dash is double your movement speed away.
Okay.
You can move, you can move at double your movement speed, but you still provoke an opportunity attack. Disengage, you saw before, and hide is probably not going to be useful since it's already like looking at you.
Right.
I was thinking that dodge was included in that list, and it's not. So that
Yeah,
was my
it is
only
not.
confusion there.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
So yeah, I guess I'll swing again. I'll
Poke him
take
in the eyeballs.
take another swing back the other way.
Nice.
Yep. 21.
That will land. So after scarring across his beak,
D6.
you ready your weapon again, swing
money.
it through.
Big money.
Nice.
Yes. Big money.
Is it bottom?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So 9.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Nice. The edge of death's door.
Right. No, I just picture myself swinging it back, and I guess the head comes off.
Covered in guts.
Oh yeah, the whole thing comes out all over
Men
me.
in Black style.
All over me.
The Grick dodging back initially, having the beak slashed across its face and rearing for you. The jaw, the maw opening, you come back through, just cleanly, just opening it wide open. It pitches in the air and it falls harmlessly. Like it would be a big, I'm going for a hug, but I just never got there.
Aw.
Well done.
And
Nice.
I just am exasperated. I lean against the wall right there.
I'm gonna take a seat at the table. Just like, whew.
After the actions died down, the chanting that you were hearing earlier
Oh yeah, I forgot about
has
that.
increased in volume a little bit. You seem to have a better idea that it's coming in the direction behind the alcove.
It's a wonderful place.
Stand next to Girian in case something else attacks while he's injured.
Thank you, Shiva.
Are you looking to use any pots?
I must
Are
say,
you
I think
all
we
looking
gotta-
to potentially take an hour.
I'll pass you a healing
And,
potion.
Pass
So
me a
there.
healing potion.
Yeah.
So Zig's pass is a,
Chug.
or are you an actual healing potion?
Huh?
A Zig's healing potion or a
Does he have just Zig's healing
Yeah.
potion?
Ziggs
That's
has-
really cool.
Yeah, he's got those too.
Okay.
What's the difference between those? I don't know that.
Because he would have made
Oh, a
another
healing
one.
draw. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have made another one in your short rest up top. Because he'd given you the one before you all took that short rest over.
Go get him. You wanted attention.
It heals a
You want mom's lap?
D8.
Big baby.
So is he passed me that?
Yep.
Yep. Heals 1d8.
That's an 8.
Here.
That's
Yep.
a 4 on 2.
Nice.
7.
Nice.
I'm up to
So
8.
you're at 8 hit.
Current hit points. 8. Alright, cool.
Better, I guess.
Do you want
Not
something?
yet.
Leaning back
Decidedly
against
not
the
than
wall,
1.
the little gnome waddles over to you, rummages in his pack, hands you the healing draught. Drink this.
You may need to stay at the
I'm
back.
skeptical because of Zig's drinking habits, but I drink it anyways.
After your time with him, yeah, I can understand this.
Afraid that I might explode. I drink it in an
Green
act of
size melts.
desperation.
You go all Raiders of the Lost Ark.
So what is you all's intention now? You're in the dining room. You've got a murdered brick, a bunch of bones around you. You've got a couple hallways. You've got back the other direction. You have a better idea of where the noise is coming from.
I want to look upward. What's the ceiling, the structure above look like?
It looks like just kind of an underground cave. It's about 8 foot. Got some timbers crisscrossing here for support.
Is there room above those timbers? Are they at the top supporting the roof, or is there like a distance between them?
You've got.
Just
I understand what you're saying. Like if you were to run a couple of beams across here, you'd have a little bit of a gap, but you're looking at like 4 inches maybe.
Okay,
Type thing.
Gotcha.
The roof is above you,
gotcha.
being held up. May have a couple of boards above that are running flush with the ground, keeping it packed in. Think mine shaft.
Okay, mine shaftish.
Bless you.
Alright, so we catch our breath.
Catching your breath.
Which way? We got 2 doors out of this place. And
Uh,
one all the way
three
back.
directions. You can go
Three
downstairs.
directions?
Down,
Right, oh,
downstairs,
right.
Or,
Two out of this room.
Can we make a can we percept anything about it?
You said the sounds were coming out of the alcove?
No. The
No.
direction back from the those two. It's coming more from that direction. You're getting a little better bearing
Over here?
compared to where you guys were over here. Those 2 doors, you're hearing it coming more from that direction.
Oh, from these two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From where you had been. So it's gotten louder as you progressed further into this whole thing. Is what I'm trying to describe.
Shield says, wherever we go, let me go first.
Let's split up.
I'm right there with you, big boy. Right there with you, big fella.
Let's all die. Alright, left or right? Left or right?
Flip a coin.
Okay.
Roll,
Alright.
roll a d4, even one way, odds the other, or even.
Evens, odds?
Alright, odds.
Okay.
So we're going that way.
Okay.
Gwen, go ahead and make me that perception check that you were talking about.
See death.
Perception check.
It's right in front of you. You're going to die.
14.
Okay. Okay. You don't perceive anything. As you all begin to go that way, where are you going from there? You've got now 2 options. You can either continue back up the other set of stairs or continue to head downward.
Evens odds?
Odds. Again.
Okay.
So, yep.
Again this
So
way?
going down.
That's actually
Up.
down. You're right.
Down.
You're right.
That's
Okay,
the way the
so as
stairs
you all
is drawn.
proceed down, sorry, I didn't get it right.
It's okay.
This guy goes on just like that.
didn't get it right. Off of the edge right there.
Nope, up the other direction.
Gotcha. Like this? We come in like there?
Yes.
Okay.
Like that.
Interesting.
It's a fire pit.
No.
Oh!
There's actually if you
Was it
go
a
in-
well?
Do you all go in and investigate to an extent? I'm assuming you don't just stop there at the entry where you walk.
No,
into
I'm
the
about to
entrance.
percept the shit out of this thing.
Okay.
I'm not going in without shield.
I am.
I'll go first.
So
I ain't afraid no ghost.
Where we're going.
based on even and odd rolls, you all went down 2 flights of stairs. You are entering a larger room. This room is being perceived.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
20.
Okay. Looking into the room, it's pretty evident to you that what you first thought was a fire pit is actually a well shaft. It's got a 3-foot lip. It's 4 foot in diameter. Feeling kind of a little bit safe-ish, you peer over as you approach because you feel safe about the whole thing with a 20. Spitting, counting it off, you figure it's about 30 foot deep. Really good math skills there. There's a wooden bucket that hangs from a rope and pulley mechanism that bulges the cross beams above the well. That was really the giveaway that it wasn't a fire pit. You kind of glance around, you can see that there are 5 rooms that look to be slightly on the nicer side based on the little bits that you can see into there, compared to they're not shabby considering that they're downstairs and everything else here.
When you say not shabby, do you mean like they were well furnished 100 years ago when they were lived in, or like it looks like someone's living in them?
Does
now?
not look like anybody's living in them now. That's a
Okay.
great question.
Gotcha.
But they look like they're of a better quality.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can I go smash the chests open?
Wow.
If you really want to smash chests open, there happens to be rusty iron padlocks on all of them that could probably be picked open. But smashing is an option too. Just let me know which one you want to smash.
Better check that shit for traps. Servants are notorious for doing whatever they need to do to protect their stuff.
Alright, I'm gonna run in here. I'm gonna get my hammer out, and then I'm gonna listen to Ruben, and I'll check it
Delicately
for traps.
smash for
Okay.
traps.
I'll check it for traps first. I'll just sort of like look around. I mean, I don't know what traps would look like.
Hashtag let me smash.
So go ahead and make me a perception check with disadvantage. Oh no, investigation, I guess it would be in this case.
Not bad. 11.
Looks like a chest to you with a
Smash
rusty iron padlock. You smash it. Go ahead and roll to hit. Let's see how well you hit this thing.
15.
Oh yeah, you hit it quite solidly.
My smasher.
Go ahead and make me a dex check. Dex save, excuse me.
Dex save.
Yeah.
9.
All right. So you
A loud ow comes from the other room.
you take 1 point of damage because as you smash it on the one end, whatever was in there, it's kind of hard for you to see initially as it comes whirling up and whacks you in the arm. As it clatters across the floor, you're able to determine that it is a silvered short sword.
Oh, hell yeah. I picked that shit up.
Pick it up.
Because that went so well, I will go do the other one.
I'll go with him and I'll check for traps this time.
Okay.
I'll
Hey, Ziggs.
follow him in there.
I'm pretty sure you could fit in this bucket.
Ziggs gives you a really skeptical look. And then he hops up and sits on the edge of it, and casting his minor illusion, he turns into a goldfish
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and gives you a which you took to be very cute.
It's the
Very
most
funny.
intelligent you've looked all day.
Oh.
Oh.
Um,
Well, your other options were a box and a chair, so.
who was the one?
Stuffed raccoon.
There was one person who didn't take a silvered weapon. Was it?
It was Girion. Well, he took arrows instead of a short sword.
Mm.
No, I have a silver short sword.
You got
and
two.
arrows.
Okay, my big
You all
my
had
big.
6, so everyone's got something silvered.
Okay.
Herpa derp.
At least one silvered item. Girion has bolts that are silvered
You
also.
silvered your shield, didn't
Arrows.
I still have my battle hammer.
you?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I've already got a silver short sword.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep the short sword then.
Okay, so what are you all doing with these other chests that are in the other rooms?
Apparently he's checking out.
I'm gonna check it for traps.
I'm gonna smash it.
Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up.
And if he wants to smash it anyways, I'll let him smash it.
Did you keep giving me your job?
Giving a quick cursory glance, you determine pretty quickly that there isn't anything rigged about this chest or any of the consecutive ones after that that you check. If you'd like to hit them, you're more than welcome to hit them.
18.
All right. So in this case, you come crashing down, blast through the whole thing, and the hairbrush that was in there, with its silver bristles, that probably would have been worth a good 25 gold points, is now broken in multiple places and is worth jack crap.
All right, I'll be careful with the next one. I want to like take it and break it on my knee.
No, at this point, I don't let him smash them anymore because that's good money he's wasting.
How does that conversation go?
Oh, shit.
I'm on my way to the next chest.
No, we can sell this. People buy it for good money.
Yeah, but this is fun.
You'll
I
never
don't
be
even
rich
have
that
a
way.
hairbrush with me. That
You'll
could've been
never be
awesome.
rich.
I have a solution.
Okay, good.
I have a solution. You take whatever's in the chest, and then you smash it.
I can do that.
All right, that's fair.
No.
That's fair.
Wise AF.
That's fair. I guess we go to the next one, and I'll pick it. I guess.
There are 2 chests in this room.
Which room?
Ooh,
are we
daily
in?
double.
You all are in the middle room at this point, because
Okay.
I assume you started on one side and started working around to the other.
Mm-hmm.
There's one at the up there by the side of the bed, and another one that's not shown there at the foot of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you approach first?
The one that's not breathing.
The one at the foot of the bed.
Okay.
That's where I'd go first.
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 14. I'm gonna die. I'm dying again.
Okay.
How much health do you have?
8.
As you go to reach for it to go for its lock, as you touch it, it laughs at you, and Ziggs pops out of his minor illusions. Yet again.
Damn it, Ziggs.
What did I just try to pick?
Picking the other one, go ahead and make me a lock picking check or thieves tools.
You know what? I thought about saying he was going to do that,
24.
but then he was all smashy over here.
Being a bit pissed off at
I got your character killed, Andy.
Ziggs and
Was it in battle?
everything else, you're very much in this. I'm gonna get shit done. I'm gonna get it done now. That thing swings open with no issues. It contains a black leather eye patch with a carnelian worth 50 gold points sewn into it. If I had to guess,
Supposed to be an important mess over here.
probably looks something like that.
Well, that's pretty baller.
You can't have it. It's my Halloween costume.
Oh,
He was just had something
But I just so
on
happen
there.
to have the black eye patch with a red carnelian sewn into it. Going on to the next one, if you would make another...
I smashed that chest.
Before he's able to get in there, you just...
Good boy, Shield.
the
Good
one-
boy.
the one he just
Oh, okay.
Smash.
As per our
Um,
arrangement,
How do you smash this one? You pull a Reinhardt with the pumpkin and just kind of toss it and like hammer through, or...
Oh, no, that's gonna be the next one. This one I wanted to like break over my knee.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a athletics check.
a knee
10.
breaking check.
Okay, yeah. No, it's an older wooden box, and you're a mechanical man, and so as you just bring that thing down WWE style, it just shatters over your leg. All right, so you're picking another chest.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta roll it, yeah. 15.
Okay.
It's
Popping this
perfect.
one open give you a little more trouble than the last. You feel like you just got it. The chest contains 3 moss agates. They're
Ooh,
worth,
nice.
about 10 gold points each, and they're in a nice folded piece of black cloth.
Is there anything on the
piece of-
black cloth?
Can I juggle that?
No, it's just a nice piece of black cloth. If you'd like to make an acrobatic, a performance check, you can
Performance check?
certainly try to juggle them.
See, I was thinking it was more of an acrobatic feat. You know, I'll just leave him in the cloth, as it were.
Drops breaks.
Right. Once I get sturdy.
You said those were 30.
30 in total. They're 10 each.
Oh, okay.
Just the first time we come across 3 of something.
This one I will Reinhardt smash.
All right, go ahead
Pumpkin
and
smash?
make me.
Oh, that's a good one.
Make me a performance check.
What are you trying to do?
Strike himself in.
5.
All right.
Am I close? Are you gonna hit me?
You've seen little kids try to toss the ball in the air and swing through, and you're a little slow in your timing and soar right over the top of it, losing your balance slightly, recovering, nothing issue. The chest hit did not break.
I'm upset and I just smash it on the ground.
Okay, you wallop it. It goes splintering pieces, skittering across the floor.
Baseball is now canon.
The last chest. Go ahead and make a.
That one doesn't have a line. Oh yeah, it does. 11.
All right, this one you're not able to get on your first try, so you get a little frustrated and go again at it if you'd like.
Do we still hear the chanting?
Yeah, the chanting's still going on. It seemed to have grown a little bit louder. That's a good point. As you all were passing through the corridor there that led the other direction away, it seemed to have grown a smidge louder and then is reduced in sound, similar to what it was up in the dining room now in this well-style room.
We're safe to keep
I got an
looking.
18 on this.
Okay. No issues on this last one. You find 11 gold pieces and 60 silver pieces.
Damn.
But touching the pouch itself, you realize that it's made of human skin.
Dang. I
Hmm.
want that.
Can I empty him into my pockets and leave the human skin there?
You could do this.
I'm doing that.
In the Kruben's pocket, it goes.
The human skin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it like a pouch made of human skin?
Pouch made of human skin.
Yeah, that's totally different. Alright, look, they're not using it anymore, obviously. Like, I'm not gonna take someone's skin to make a pouch.
You're creating demand.
Boom. Economics. Oh, wait, no, that's
Yeah,
the bad
that's
thing. Oh, damn.
I was like,
Alright, I'm gonna, like, flip the eye patch up to, like, inspect the pouch. How big is it? Is it, like, just a little coin pouch?
Flip my iPad up.
Yeah, man, I gotta see what we both got.
It's probably around the size.
Okay.
Size would have grown bad.
I see that I'm gonna be judged for taking the pouch. So I leave it. I take it.
You don't even know what kind of skin that is.
a robot. I don't care whose it is.
Smells like
Smells
butt.
legit. Alright, so I leave it. She'll take it. I don't see it.
Okay. As you all poke around a little bit, you discover that other staircase that leads back up. You kind of get the sense that you've been looping a little bit. You're not entirely sure if it connects back to where you were, but you remember that there's a set of stairs leading down.
Yep.
So the chanting is definitely softer up in that direction of the stairwell leading up on this end. The stairwell where the colorful vape dye is the chanting is louder in that direction.
So we've circled the room at this point and are looking.
Go on and
Was the
making-
bucket up or down
Have a noise.
earlier?
Bucket was up. It was up at the top.
It was up.
Mhm.
I want to see if there's any water.
Yeah.
I kind of do. Can we winch down the bucket and then bring it back up?
Yeah.
See what happens.
Mhm.
Okay.
That didn't look good. I'm bringing the last chest out into the main room as he's doing that.
Okay. As you're winding the bucket down, the rope is old, it's frayed, and you get to that point where it comes over the top, and the weight of the bucket just, and you just hear it.
Okay. Sad day.
And Siggs laughs at you. You wanted to send me down the bucket.
Alright, so looping around the room, maybe up that other staircase. On that side.
Yeah. Let's just make sure that it goes back up.
Careful. The ghost girl didn't seem to like this place.
I'm gonna take the last chest and like.
Damn! This is how you take your own hit points.
Make me a Constitution save.
Yarp.
13. Wait.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You've got a little bit of a ringing going on, but you don't seem to be suffering in any other way. Yeah.
Your metal body just rings.
Ding. Like I hit the
Ha
hinge.
ha 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 ha. Protocol fun engaged. Okay. Up to our deaths. Here we go.
So we're going up the stairs?
Going up the stairs into a room that has a small square table in it. It's a wooden table, 4 chairs. There's 4 alcoves. They've got these moldy straw mats. Like compared to the living quarters down below, this would be much more of like, kind of based on some of the readings and things that you saw, Strahd's letter talking about, wanting to join your club, your cult club, and all that jazz. This would probably be much more of like the initiate side of things of living quarters and more of your in crowd that stayed down below. Poking around, you don't come across anything of any
That's where they kept the children.
any value or anything else. I mean, it's essentially a barren room. The chanting is probably near its faintest at this point. I mean, you can still hear it, but compared to the other rooms that you've been in, it definitely doesn't have the same presence.
And again, these don't look lived in.
No, not
Okay.
in any recent time.
Oh. So the cult is chanting, definitely a ghost cult. Okay. That's cool.
But we know that this room or this way seemed to make Rose very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it could have just been that it was the wrong way to put her to rest.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't have bluffing beer anymore.
Alright. Searching around.
That room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if I don't find anything, like I'm not looking to take anything, surprisingly, from this one. But just sort of, I don't know, just like, looking around, poking around the bed rolls and the table and stuff, seeing what I can see. And if there's just like nothing, then
You come across absolutely nothing.
Cool.
You don't even need to roll for that.
Yep.
Sorry.
you're good. Alright, so looping back up, looking around the corner. Okay, so that's where we came in.
Yep.
So we can either go back the way that we came through here or go up through that room with the Grick again. What y'all thinking?
I mean, this way's shorter. We just go down the hall back where we were.
Oh,
Okay.
true enough. True enough.
So where are you all going?
Back into the room here with the dining table,
Okay.
and then I guess so if we go to the source of our second odd roll, it'd be here, and we'd go that way.
Mhm.
Or we could go here and redo that side.
Go ahead and make me another perception check, Gwen, as you all entered the dining room.
Cause that thing.
Spark into a flame.
21.
Okay. This time, as you all kind of meander back into the room, Gwen kind of walks over the other direction, thinking about going that way, and catches a whiff of death and decay kind of coming from further down that hallway. It's a bit strong and
Further down which
repulsive.
hallway?
Smells like
Not the one
Cruden's
that you all went
dreams.
down, but the
This
other
one?
one that you have not. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
hell yeah, let's go there.
I love death and decay.
Hey guys, I smelled something.
That's my cologne.
Well, no.
Oh, de Cruden.
I mean, we've done what we set out to do down here.
Have we? Haven't killed the monster.
We have not.
Oh wait, we did kill a monster. Huh, maybe we did do everything we came to do.
That's
And
it.
we
How
put 'em-
soap is that?
Okay.
We leave.
Let's go home. I don't know, man. That chanting gives me the willies, though.
There is chanting.
So which way is the chanting loudest?
It seems to be coming from.
This
So
one?
yeah, if we
Yeah.
walk down here,
Are you all headed that direction? Who's
So
going
I mean, we
first?
just say in the direction of
The
like when
chanting.
as the chanting gets loudest. So towards the chanting.
Is that the way you
it all
want to do it?
turns.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you're leading.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay, Dad.
Gonna be okay. With 25 hit points.
That's a lot.
Since you're leading, go ahead and make a perception check.
yeah, -1. And it's a 3.
Okay.
Nice.
It's very
So you
good.
just all continue on straight down that hallway.
Everything is fine.
Very in character. My passive perception is 9 though.
Yeah. Oh, I know what your passive perception is.
Would I, as we move a little bit
Oh, no.
farther, would I be able to make? Would it be a perception check because I know I smelled something before, right?
That was the other direction. You're not necessarily picking up on it this way. Like
Okay.
you're now attuned to it, so to speak.
Oh, Death and Decay was up in that other hallway.
Yeah.
Up there. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. Going this way, just as you step on that, moving back 2 spaces towards me, if you would please. That 5-foot patch right there, just as you move on to it, Krugman goes, oh! And it is too late.
Oh, man.
Your weight is more than enough to break through the part of the ground that doesn't look like it's had any footsteps on it compared to the rest of the hallway that has been moved around.
Is that Cruven going through the thing, or is that Shield going?
This is Shield going
Damn
through.
it. Sorry, Shield dead.
Rip.
Make a death saving throw.
No.
I mean Dex.
I
I
just
mean
gotta
Dex
figure out-
saving throw.
There's nothing listed here for a save.
Seriously?
No, yeah, it's a slaughter. The pit trap.
You're
Good old
gonna
pit trap.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah. You're going to take 6 damage from the falling because you fell 10 foot.
Shit.
Jeez.
You're then going to take 17 damage from the spike trap that's at the bottom.
17 plus 6?
Yeah.
I have 2.
It's a good number. It's a good round, even number. All right. How the fuck do we get him out of there?
He's still able to move.
I have rope.
Yeah.
I have rope.
I can reach 10 feet.
It's about 10 foot down.
Oh yeah, you just do a muscle up.
Yeah.
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 You
No,
heavy,
it's nice.
son.
5 by 5 by 10 foot deep pit in the middle there that's got some nice oily spikes at the bottom of it.
Oily spike.
I assume that.
So I
It's his
try to-
oil. He peed himself on it.
I try to lift myself out.
Okay. Has anyone given him any sort of assistance? You all rope him up and everything else? Okay.
Yeah, I'm roping.
Go ahead and make me a athletics check.
With help.
Yeah, with help.
So advantage.
Yes.
Wow.
Roll.
Okay.
12.
Okay, yeah, there's a 10 to beat. So you're able to pull him up and out. It takes a little bit of work. He's a little bit heavy, even with the assistance that he's giving you. He's pretty beat up. He's got a couple holes that I've definitely hit some vital parts in
Oh,
him.
bud,
Hit me.
you're not looking too good.
I think I need to rest or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's get back to that dining table room maybe. Or I mean, actually, there's a room in here with beds.
Yeah.
We just set up and take a nap in the basement of this haunted house.
It's a good idea, I swear.
We'll
I've had
stand
worse
guard.
ideas. I've had worse ideas.
So are we taking short rest? Long rest? Long
How
rest?
long have we been awake?
It might be time for a long
So
rest.
you all started. It took you about 4 or 5 hours to get down to the village. The sun was
Yeah.
just cresting behind the mountain that's there. Kind of at the. It's a bit of a sheer mountain to say the least. You know, easily 1,000 foot up. So the sun started to get blocked out. It was probably around 4 that you guys went into the house. So you had a little bit of a later start in the morning since you were a bit disoriented. The day started a little bit weirder than you anticipated. So you're judging by what sun you had. It was around 4. You probably spent 2 hours exploring the house up above with the short rest that you took there, about 15 minutes of floor. You've now been down here, I'd say probably a little less than 30 minutes, probably around 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
So 8 o'clock.
yeah,
Seven.
probably pushing like 7:30, you could say.
But we haven't
Okay.
eaten since probably breakfast.
So let's take a short rest.
Okay.
Maybe be able to sleep when this is all over.
Short rest.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my hit die.
Okay, do it. Have you used one of Zig's potions? Ziggs can put together another potion in
An hour. Yeah. In the short rest.
Yeah, a short rest, you can totally do that. Girion, are you still hurt?
I am. Can I heal while we short rest?
You can
Is this
roll
zero?
hit die, and that's how many hit dice?
You should have a D8.
Yeah, I'm a D8.
Yeah,
You
so
should
you're
have,
able to.
you have one per level. So
Oh hell
So-
yeah! I got a 10 and a 9.
nice.
And I
Dude.
can do that too, right?
If you're hurt, yes.
So I can roll it once?
You can roll it twice.
You'd roll it twice. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, that takes me to full
Plus your
health.
Constitution modifier, which I think for you is 0.
Does that count?
Yes.
It
Oh,
doesn't
it's
count
plus
as temp,
con
it just
modifier?
pushes you. Does it just push you up to the? There's no.
There's no overflow.
Okay.
Yeah, you
yeah,
just
yeah.
get back to your maximum.
Yeah. Well, I just made it back to 16 anyway.
Okay.
I'm at full HP.
Nice.
Nice, dude. Those are
Nice.
some good rolls.
Yeah.
That was some clutch rolls. I rolled really well on this side of the table. 2d10 landed me a 17.
Yeah, that was really good.
And
Oh wait, did you do hit die and Ziggs' potion?
No, I didn't even use the potion.
Con mod. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
con mod.
sorry. Forgot about.
yeah, you
I
got
was wondering where the
that.
extra
So I
numbers
got
came from.
13 and then 12.
Nice. Awesome.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So everybody's used some hit die. Everybody's back up
Yes.
full HP.
It's really hard to meditate when there's chanting all around you.
Ziggs has been curiously watching you and has been mocking your meditation behind your back.
It's
Walking
fine.
around going.
That's fine. I didn't even know it. I didn't even know about it.
Just meditating.
Zoned him out. Yeah.
I use my
Sure.
hooded lantern and shine it on the wall while Zeeks does shadows,
Totally. Silly.
mocking
So
him
he's
behind it.
sitting there making different little signs and doing different little things.
Yeah,
Doing these little
Super
like
zen.
hand potion.
Yeah.
You know.
behind Corey's back,
Yep.
Cruven's back.
Tranquility in my mind right now. Alright. So let's
Do this.
go kill some dead cultists.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we want to go the other way then?
We can just,
Wait to the
You
death
all-
and decay.
You all can jump over that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could definitely jump over. It's only 5 foot and
And there's another trap.
a run jumper.
Yeah.
You probably get
Hey,
some
can I go first this time? Like check for
things.
some traps and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Go ahead and make a roll.
Alright, what stat does that fall under? Not that it really matters.
It should be investigation since you're looking specifically.
Okay, that's gonna be a 2.
Um,
Good.
you definitely see footsteps on the other side, and you deduce that you're probably good.
Cool.
Oh no.
Cool.
So you're going first this whole way?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, poking it with my stick.
Looks good. So you all cross the chasm.
Yep.
Are you all heading further down?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that where the
The sound
chanting
of
is
the
coming?
chanting is, yeah. We'll come back and check out the death and decay in a minute, because that can't have been, since it's on this floor, it probably wasn't what we were supposed to do, right?
No, it's you all can go wherever you
Supposed
want
to
to.
Yeah, I know.
Proceeding on down, if you'd start this guy down in that corner. No, this doesn't go to this at all. This is going to be a completely separate floor, similar to what we were doing with the top 4 floors. Yeah, that's probably fine-ish somewhere over there.
Okay.
There's only a couple pieces, so maybe this one's not nearly as difficult.
As soon as I get my boots and spider climb, I really will go wherever I want to. Walk down the well myself.
I
Walk
hear
on
you,
the
I
ceiling.
hear
Ain't no
you.
traps on the ceiling.
I hear you.
Ain't no traps on the ceiling.
The ghostly chant seems to just fill this room as you all enter it. It's much louder. You definitely can tell that it's still not. This room is not its origin.
Are we coming in from like?
You're
Yeah,
coming
where-
from the-
where-
You're coming
Like
from the
this way.
stairs.
Yeah, these stairs right here.
Yeah, that works.
So it just follows that.
So we're entering the room right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you like peer around the
So
corner,
you're,
see
you're
what we see?
peering around the corner.
What's this shit?
There looks to be multiple little alcoves.
Mm-hmm.
More,
sorry.
more like display coves, if you will,
Okay.
all along the wall. There looks to be.
Go punch one of the things. What's in the alcoves?
It looks to be, I think, a dozen of them. As you clear around the corner a little bit, you start to be able to discern the words, and you just hear faintly coming from the direction of the other 2 doors. He is the ancient. He is the lad. He is the ancient. He is the lad. He is the ancient. He is the lad.
So what are in
He
the
is
alcoves?
ancient, He is the lad.
That was good. Call this shit.
As you all walk in and begin to inspect them,
Spoopy.
I'm going to assume you just start on one side and begin to slowly go around together.
Can Ziggs see them? Is he too
Ziggs,
short?
Ziggs is asking Shield for a little bit of a boost.
Should I stand him on a bucket?
He gives you a dirty look. The first of the little mini alcoves that you come to has a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws on a loop of rope. Go ahead and you all can make me a nature check to try to determine what kind of a hand that may
Wait,
be.
are the fingers like outstretched, or are some of them like clasped?
It's a yellow hand and it's got sharp claws. So just think of like a humanoidish hand.
Yeah.
0.
Okay.
Nature?
Right.
12.
Proven.
Or history. History would work too. Not that it would help some people at all.
16.
Okay.
Proven gets a 20.
Oh.
Those of you that
Zig
cleared
gets
more
a
than
24.
like a 5 quickly put together that looks like a mummified goblin's hand.
Goblin's hand.
I don't know if you all feel shielding on this at all. Pushing down to the next alcove, there looks to be a knife, which upon closer inspection looks to be carved from a human bone. Probably the femur, because it's like a larger shank. Beyond that, you come to a dagger with a rat skull set in the pommel. Are you all taking any of these, or just kind of?
I think we're
looking
looking
at
for now. I don't think we're touching.
I'm not
anything.
touching.
Yeah.
So it's
I haven't
more-
touched anything yet.
It's
Haven't
more
seen anything
museum.
Even
related.
Proven isn't touching.
Ziggs started to reach out for one, and did you let him reach for it?
Yeah, let's stop him.
Okay. He reaches and picks up the dagger with the rat skull fixed into its pommel and sets it back down.
Oh, you possess now.
Who
Passing
did
off
that?
from
Ziggs?
yeah, Ziggs
He
did.
demon possessed now.
You come across an 8-inch diameter varnished orb. It's a large eye.
Nice magic.
And looking at it, you recognize it as a Nothic's eye.
Oh shit, that's cool.
What's a Nothic sign?
A Nothic,
It's like a Cyclops golem.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a creature of
He used to be a
Knowledge.
wizard who went crazy.
knowledge. You just got
Would I know?
This is a Nothic.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
right?
Are they rare?
They're
Not
pretty rare.
necessarily. It depends on how magical your world is.
Mm.
Because it's basically wizards that delved a little too deep for knowledge. And had some bad things happen to them.
In the other game, they have one as a pet.
It's awesome. It's our garbage disposal.
Pet. Pet is a strong
Yeah.
word. An affiliate. An associate who lives in their basement.
We keep them
We
fed.
have a symbiotic relationship.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
I won't take that.
In the next little alcove, you come across an aspergillum carved from bone. Does anyone know what that is?
It hasn't spelled.
Aspergillum.
Oh, it autofilled. That's cool. An implement for sprinkling holy water. And when I image search, I get. Oh, it's one of those little ball scepter things.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I've never heard the actual name for it.
me neither.
I would always call it a holy mace.
See, D&D is so educational, you guys.
Yeah.
I'll leave it for now.
The
I'm
next
just
one
waiting to hear
seems
something
to
more.
have a folded cloak. Do any of you pull it out and kind of?
Oh hell yeah!
You're
I'll
able
pull
to
out the
determine
cloak.
that the whole thing is stitched together from ghoul skin.
Ghoul skin.
Mm-hmm. Ghouls are a type of an undead humanoid.
Hmm.
The
Seeing-
next.
I'll
What, you gonna keep it?
no.
Okay.
Seeing Shield's interest, I'll gesture that he can have it if he wants it.
Would it cover me? Or is it too small?
I'm gonna go with you're 7 foot. I'm gonna go with the idea that it was like a hooded cloak for a taller, like 6 foot man. So wearing it more like a cape, it would probably come to like mid calf on you.
Is it like bright skin? No, I wouldn't take it. There's no tactical value to that. I'm good.
It would be like a grayish dead color.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Yeah, I'll put it
Big
back.
old dead.
I'll put
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah. Check the crew.
Yeah.
There is a desecrated frog lashed to a stick.
Snacks.
If any of you all seen any, what are the odds? You guys basically just grew up in the village, right? You two and Ziggs. Ziggs is tampered with some.
I grew up in the city.
Put together. Okay, you grew up in the city. That's right. You grew up in
Yeah.
the city. would your city have had any sort of like a education center for arcane arts, wizards, anything along those lines?
So there being a university, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he did some work on it.
You probably had seen a
Looks
couple
like a clerk.
students walking around with wands that look similar to this.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
The next alcove has a bag full of bat guano.
Yeah. Snacks.
The next, there's a
Still
finger.
snack.
It's been severed. It looks to be feminine in some respects, but at the same time, like warty and just kind of gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
If any of you knew anything about a hag, you'd assume that it probably would come from her hand.
Ouch.
There's a 6-inch tall wooden figurine of a mummy, its arms crossed over its chest. There is an iron pendant adorned with a devil's face. There is a shrunken, shriveled head of a halfling.
Aww.
I'm going to assume it's not much larger than a fist.
Look, Ziggs, it's a mirror.
Can I want to snap the mummy in half and smash the halfling head.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So aggressive.
They seem like threats.
Oh yeah, we get to cut everything threatening in half. That's right. Consistency is key. This is good.
And you're doing 2 of these?
Like good peanut butter.
This is
You're consistent.
This is what she'll do. I think.
Okay.
Shield would down.
Okay. So you're successfully able to snap it in half
Mm-hmm.
and smash it.
Okay.
Good show. Good show.
I wouldn't have touched the halfling head. I would have smashed it with a hammer.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This one.
Yeah.
You're screwed. Alright, I will do one thing.
Okay.
Like, if I pick up the aspergillum
Mhm.
and I shake it around, so I get any water inside it.
No,
It's like a bit of water.
it's more as
no.
you start to shake it initially, like it doesn't have much, but it gives a little on the inside,
Yeah.
and you get the sense that the interior has rusted, and you start
Oh,
to have
okay.
little flakes of rust begin to fall out of it.
Cool. I'm gonna put that back down.
The last item, as you all have made your way around this, is a small wooden coffer containing a wolf's tongue, but it's larger than most wolf's tongues that you'd be familiar with, Gwen. It's a dire wolf's withered tongue.
Snacks.
As you all made your way around this whole thing, you notice that there is a that's way over yonder. The ramp down that's closer to Taylor, there looks to be a body of water at the bottom. Beyond it, it's too hard to really tell what else is in there. The other seems to stay level and looks to be an immediate turn to the right of some sort of a hallway. So, now that you all have been through the Durst Family Museum, what is your intentions?
I don't want to touch anything in here.
Eat snacks.
And then the chanting is like coming from this room. It sounds like
Anything
the
is not
source is
coming from
here.
This room. It sounds like it's coming from, as you all passed around, great question. As you all passed around, as you got closer to the ramp that went down into the water, that is where you're hearing, he is the ancient, he is the land, he is the
Towards
ancient,
the water?
he is the land, he is the ancient, he is the land. He is the ancient, he is the land, he is the ancient, he is the land, he is the ancient, he is the ancient, he is the land. Drop the bass.
Lights start coming up.
Ah,
Shield turns into a
Alright.
disco
Alright. Sorry. Do we want
He turned up the creepy
to
music.
take anything?
I don't want to take anything.
I don't want to take anything.
But I will come close to the ramp and perceive the ramp. Is that a thing? Can you perceive?
perceive the ramp. You're like,
look
You just
at
want to
it.
peek down
I
the
wanna
hallway.
look
you wanna
at-
see, you wanna see what
yeah.
you can see without fully entering the hallway.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
perceive so well that you could tell there's probably a 20-degree angle. Do you push down into it at all to like maybe the edge of the water?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll
Okay.
do that.
Well, it was a trap.
I'm dexterous.
I wonder if that cloak would like help against undead enemies, but I don't think Shield would have that thought. I don't know. How much experience would Shield have had against
Looking
undead?
down the ramp, you're able to perceive that there is a body of water. There looks to be a raised dais in the middle, but you can't tell much more than that.
Is it lit?
No, I say. No,
Can I
it is
use
not lit.
Can I use my hooded lantern?
And shine some light in there.
Shine some light in there.
Because they're ghosts. They don't need light.
Shining light in there with your hooded lantern. You're able to see that the raised dais in the middle seems to have something hanging above it, and then it looks to be almost like a pedestal there in the middle of it.
Just a body.
There seems to be a slight, almost fog coalescing out of it and rolling down to the water itself.
Something's
and then
losing its
dissipating.
soul.
Would
He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
any of these items, like before we leave this room, would like taking like a mental note of all of these things collectively, say anything to me about like these are the kinds of things that could be I'm trying to think through how I want to phrase this. Poop.
There was back.
Given as there was poop, like this is not the right phrasing I want to use, but I'm going to use it because I can't think of what I'm trying to say. Like that these things would be needed for some form of ritual, or would
Implements?
either be provided to something as tribute.
Okay. Yeah. Those are great questions. Go ahead and make me a religion or history check. If you pose the question in the group, everyone else could make that roll as well.
Yes, I would, because I don't know that I would know, but mine is currently at 17.
Okay.
20
Okay, we'll go with that.
with history.
15.
Ziggs know anything? Yep, you both something else.
He gets a 23 for religion.
Dang.
23 for history as well.
Dang.
I got a one.
Basically everyone but Krugen. Gets the sense
He's the
that
monk.
it's more an ensemble of knickknacks. There's nothing that really makes a cohesive sense here. It's more, it's like that eclectic house that you visit of your crazy uncle, who's got just all kinds of random things that he's cool. He may have like a cello and
Stop, he's outside.
I hear him. Sorry, Thanksgiving was a joy.
We'll
Absolute
talk about that
joy.
later.
So, nothing that chains together anything. Like it doesn't make any sense. There's some unique items, but nothing that would necessarily be used in a ritual as its own. You get the impression that it's more like this crazy notion that they thought it would do something, but it really doesn't have any sort of bearing on a ritual or be used in any sort of way.
They've got who's its and what's its galore.
Oh. Would Shield have any experience fighting undead in the war?
He would have fought a lot of demons and hellspawn. There could be the potential that some gas and ghouls and some different things along those lines would have been used by the necromantic beings that made pacts with the devils.
So would he have any inclination if that cloak would help him stay hidden from undead? Hide his scent? almost?
Undead give off a very unique scent, so that counter scent, so to speak, could potentially give a slight edge or maybe slight pause to something, but not necessarily.
All right.
Like
Then
it's a chance.
I'll take that cloak and wear it.
Gross.
It
Gross.
looks so ghouled on you. I
So,
punch crew.
like, this
deserve that.
collection of items, or at least some of these, would have to mean that unless they traded for it, bartered for these things, or whatever, that they were actually either making them themselves, or, like, in some way they were interacting. They were either obtaining these items already as they are, or they put them together themselves by stitching together ghouls, by messing with goblins and carving knives from human bones. So that's pretty messed up.
Or they were neat gifts from someone way more rich and powerful for service.
Ziggs is giving you.
Gesturing to the room in there.
He's giving you all your bits of information. He feels kind of dull by the whole conversation, feeling like he's already got the answers to it. And so he's been with Jerry trying to figure out if Jerry will give him a ride.
Oh yeah, Jerry.
And Jerry hasn't been necessarily thrilled with this whole idea. And so it's been this weird game of cat and mouse as Ziggs is trying to get on the top of Jerry and ride him.
Oh my goodness.
Can we have that?
And bullet count.
Can I get chocolate?
Does anybody else want any of this?
I'll probably take some of this. If it makes its way around to me.
I always take the same things and then I don't eat them.
He's the ancient.
Today's the day.
He's the
Today
ancient.
is
He
the
is the
day.
land. He is the ancient. He is the land. He's the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
Alright, let's go kill some cultists, y'all.
Alright,
Can we
let's
dance
go.
our way into the room?
Oh yeah. Looking down in there was a portcullis that you were looking through. By the way.
Oh, well shit. We didn't
Sorry,
know
I
that.
forgot
I
to
break
mention.
through the
That's super.
portcullis.
Oh, jeez.
I like playing this character.
Are you all really trying to work your way into this?
Maybe. Yeah, you roll through the portcullis, right? Right? Okay. How does it fare?
What just happened?
So the portcullis,
Okay.
it's blocked by a rusty iron portcullis. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to force it forward. This thing is set wider than the wall itself. Like its span of it goes into the walls.
I just want to push through it.
Pushing through it, it doesn't yield when you slam into it.
What if we burn through it with acid?
It would take probably quite a bit of time to wear through this. Kind of poking around and working with your lantern and light, you're able to stick this over there for me. See into
Right there?
Yep, right there.
Oh shit.
You're able to see in that there's to get down to the portcullis. First of all, you would be standing in 2 foot of murky water.
Oh, dang. That's gross.
Looking into the
Just
room
gross.
itself, you notice that the ceiling is taller than ceilings that you've been in before. It's double the height at 16 foot. You're able to ascertain with the light that's shining in there that there are chains and manacles hanging from the ceiling over the raised dais that seems to have some sort of an altar or pedestal, like a sacrificial piece. The fog is coalescing over it, but giving it a good look, you can see that it is stained a deep brownish red color.
Like poop.
Like poop.
Like not that kind of brownish red, more like what dried blood does over time in stone.
It's like a hurry.
You look like you can see that there is a wooden wheel in the east wall, but you're not quite able to reach it in order to activate the side closer to you.
What about
How
the
far
wood?
is it?
Just out of reach.
Mage hand it.
Hey.
Is this my him? Is this my him? Is this my him?
Okay.
Boom. Mention.
Slowly turning it, it begins to lift ever so slowly. It's definitely got a strong mechanical advantage of it. If you're probably trying to lift the door, it takes something around 20 strength, or a roll of that high or more.
It's so mechanically specific.
Yeah.
So can I roll for that?
As soon
Shield
as
could help you
you
lift it.
begin to lift the door, and the lever it works fine.
Okay.
You don't have an issue doing it. It's less than 10 pounds for that, but the chanting stops as you crank the lever into this 40-foot square room. The smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics. The featureless stone pillars supporting the ceiling and a breach in the west wall leads to a dark cave heaped with refuse. Murky water covers most of the floor. Stairs lead up to the dry stone ledges that hug the walls. In the middle of the room, more stairs rise to form an octagonal dais that also rises above the water. Rusty chains with shackles dangle from the ceiling directly above a stone altar mounted on the dais. The altar is carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls and is stained with dry blood.
I'm gonna move in front and say, like, where do you want to go?
The water is about 2 foot deep. You can tell that the ledges in the central dais are level with each other. You'd say about 5 foot, so about 3 foot above the water level. Ceiling 16 foot. It's about 11 foot above the dais and the ledges themselves. The chains hanging are around 8 foot long, so there's definitely room to be able to have somebody's just on the cusp of suspended over the altar itself. There's like all the walls are the nice smooth. The far wall, it looks like it's naturally formed, kind of part of it, and they built on and furrowed out from there. There's just a huge pile of refuse.
You say refuse, you mean poop? Or just like trash?
Just a hodgepodge of things. I mean, you can try to make a nature check and see if you recognize any of the crap that's in there.
16.
Okay. You've seen something similar to this before. It's a mass of items that it's kind of congealed and clobbed over itself, and looking closely, one of the older bones shifts in such a way that almost needs to be like pulled into this mound that's a hulking mound of refuse. It's definitely something that entire troops, entire squads. I consider a squad of you guys closer to like 5 to 10 people being taken out by these unawares in their natural habitats.
So would I know what it was?
Look at the mound. How it shambles.
Look at the what?
What?
What did you say?
Nothing?
Sure.
Corey doesn't know anything.
I really don't. It could be anything.
Could it be a human mountain?
I mean, I don't know. I have no idea, dude. Could be an animated pile of shit.
So, I'll say something about, I think I know what that mound is. It's very dangerous. Can we attack it from here? Do y'all want to try to take it out, or do y'all want to ignore it?
Do we need to attack?
And this is where all the voices were coming from.
Have any of you stepped onto the platform?
Negative.
No.
The middle?
Negative.
I think we're still in the doorway. I don't think we moved.
I would like to shuffle around to the edge, like the sides.
Up on the edge?
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm getting my coat wet. You know?
Okay, getting up on the edge.
Yeah.
You're 3 foot above the water. Nothing really special or anything interesting about it.
So I tell them what I think it is and what I've seen it do. Would it have attacked those squads with ranged attacks before, or is it mostly melee?
No, it's definitely something that it seemed to have rolled across the land in like a not quite like a oozy type way, but similar. It has more like an ooze is something that's just like a large block of jello. Think of this as similar, but it's more got definition and it's more of a mover in that sense. It rumbles across the earth.
It's a mug.
So I tell them.
That's a great description of kind of what it is.
I tell them that And I say, if we want to take it out, stay behind me. If you have anything to slow it down before it gets to us.
Okay. Is it weak against anything? You'll have a way to fight it.
Go ahead and make me a.
Numbers are like buzzing, like you see numbers in my eyes, like searching my database.
For some reason, the Pythagorean theorem.
You know that it is more natural in essence. Like this isn't a beast that's typically conjured. This is something that comes about in natural manners, and you know because of that it does well in the elements like your coals and your fires.
Does well.
Does well against resisting those sorts of elements, and you know that lightning has no effect on it.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. Do I know? Did I ever see one actually defeated?
You did, but it took a good amount of troop, and a lot of your brothers died.
Cool.
Is this something that we could just avoid?
Yeah, I was gonna say if it doesn't even
It
realize
seems
we're
to
here.
be completely dormant and could care less about you guys as of right now.
Y'all just want to
Let's go
close the door behind us, maybe?
see that other path. We know we can get in here again if we need to.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you all going to check the other passageway that's up there, or are you going to go all the way back up?
No, I mean, I'd like to
Yeah.
check the other passage, see what we got.
Okay.
It's gonna be a big path that leads up to like a big hole right there.
And we're closing the portcullis behind us.
Okay.
Yes.
So you all lower the portcullis behind you. That piece gets
Gravity.
stuck in there.
Oh yeah.
I don't like this. It's a weird looking cactus.
This looks to be, as you all start to poke your head around and
Oh,
are
it's
checking into
seance.
alcoves. It looks like there's shackles on the walls. It looks like some remains here and there. Bones littering the floor, rusty shackles up against. Are you all making any sort of perception checks on this sort of thing?
So many perception checks.
So how about you all make a perception check?
That ain't me.
21.
Man. Oh my
Okay.
God.
As you're going along from cell to cell, Gwen, you notice that one of the walls looks to be a little bit different than the past ones that you've seen, and in pulling on it, it reveals that there is a secret door that leads. Yeah, right there through the middle one.
It's right
Yep.
there. Yep.
Perfect. You may show that again. Everybody look
Shoot.
right after you.
Mm.
Yep. So that
Secret
leads into
door.
the days directly above.
Okay, all roads lead to Rome,
Going further on down, Girion, what did you roll?
which is now canon in this world.
You said
11.
Okay.
at least to it above, like there's a doorway above everything else.
No.
No.
It's just the door through the wall that leads into the big watery chamber. You come across a character. He's in a black robe, kind of more along the lines of what you think the cultists would wear.
I
What?
do.
Yeah, you do.
Hmm.
And he's chained, head down, hood over him.
I smashed him.
Well,
don't know that you see
Aaron's currently looking at
I
him.
was just kidding.
It looks like he's got a gold ring on one of his fingers.
Damn it. Obviously, I walk up real close. And I try to very carefully take the ring off the finger without touching
Greedy
anything
motherfucker.
else.
Okay. As you're taking the ring off the finger, this thing has been up against the wall shackled for a while. As its arm rocks free, its head falls back, the hood falls off, and you're looking into your own face.
No shit. Damn it, Ziggs.
The ring is worth 25 gold points. Ziggs pokes
You
his
think
head
it's
around the
Ziggs?
corner
Yep.
and says,
Son of a bitch.
"What?
Damn it, Ziggs. It's not you.
What? What are you seeing? You
You-
found another dead dude. Good job."
Doesn't look like me.
Does he have beer? No. It looks like a dead dude. It's a skeleton.
Oh.
As you look back at him, it is a skeleton. There's no semblance of you at all.
You going crack.
I got a ring.
Spooky. Or
Does the
continue.
ring? Do we know that you have a ring?
If you have to
Like
tell you guys.
Pulled anything off of it? Or did you keep that to yourself? Not like we're trying to take it. What I would say to you would be contingent upon if I know.
I don't know if I would have said that I pulled it off. If you'd seen me, I wouldn't hide it.
Okay.
So if you were close, then I would admit that I had it.
Okay.
I wouldn't announce that I just stole a gold ring.
Hey guys!
Got some loot. Okay. Alright, so I'm back in the main chamber over there.
Okay. How about we take 5?
Okay.
So I can get a drink and things and such. And I'm going to swap out memory cards because I have one from
Okay.
last time we got close to.
Yes.
So,
This is a good plan.
Now that we're back from the break, the winner of tonight's giveaway.
We've gone ahead and prepared a completed D&D session that we'll go ahead and take out of the oven now. See also.
Your wife has a new blanket. Do you
Just-
see it?
What?
You
Is
see
it,
your
is it
wife's
Remus?
blanket? Yeah.
Is it Remus?
It's just like,
Oh, I miss my dog.
She's like laying on her.
yeah.
I miss my dog.
dude, it's like, I could be your dog.
Aw.
He always lays with Meredith. He doesn't lay with me.
That's Lula. Lula's
just
the
like,
exact same
oh.
way.
She'll snuggle.
Heart.
with
She
you
will snuggle if
sometimes.
it's,
My heart.
Yeah.
You see him?
Alright, we're back up. I want to go drink
It's like
quick.
the opposite. Bear will only he'll lay with me, but
So what are your intentions, if I can ask that? Well, like, or something.
You don't want to know.
Our intentions.
It might kind of involve Kruven going to the middle.
Ew.
Of the dais after I just told you about the shambling mound?
Yeah, dude. I don't know what else to do.
We
It's the high ground.
We can go back up where we came from and just ignore all this.
And leave?
Well, there's the
From the
chicken.
house that won't let us out?
No, I mean from we have other options over here.
Did you
Oh,
say?
yeah.
Did you say earlier that the chanting came from it?
Chanting came from the room that had all the water in it. Once you all reached the portcullis and touched the whatever lever, the chanting stopped.
Ooh, you know what's gonna happen though is the water's all gonna drain out and there's gonna be a bunch of bodies in the water. And I was there the whole time.
I had my feet in that.
You right?
Or it's
I
gonna
walk around
fill up and
barefoot. I'm about to get ringworm.
Ziggs is gonna drown.
You could use Mage Hand and sort of sift through the water and see if you bring anything up to the surface from like
No, I
outside
just
the
prefer not to
portals.
think about it.
Stick
I
your
don't have
stick
Mage
down
Hand.
there and
Oh,
just.
you mean Ziggs can use Mage Hand?
Or,
I have it.
or Gwen
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I have it as
sure.
from outside the room.
You don't feel any sort of resistance or anything. I mean, and you don't trudge around through it. It's just murky water as far as you can tell.
Okay.
I hate
You
I
could
hate water.
you
like
could
that.
poke the shambling mound from outside the room.
Was it very fast?
Oh no.
Or is it like a slow moving?
Yeah, would I have remembered how fast it was?
The time that you saw it in combat, it was more your troop stumbled into it. Not your troop, but one of the troops stumbled into it.
Are we so hungry?
And no, we can keep it. I've started it. Oh no, I haven't started it. Oh, it says it's full. That's a lie.
That's a lot.
Good catch.
It blinks at me angrily.
Like how?
Like, be conscious of what you are saying. You are on the camera. Also
This is
smile.
supposed to be
Make sure it's not locked.
16 gigabyte card that shows that is up locked or down. No, down would be.
It'll have a
locked.
mark on it.
Down
you
is
don't want to
locked.
be locked.
Yeah, you don't want to be locked.
Yeah, it should be unlocked.
Okay.
Let me just. So damn.
I always feel like while we were on break, one of my friends who DMs just messaged me to say that in their Curse of Strahd game, 2 of the player characters proposed and got engaged tonight in game.
The player characters?
Mm-hmm.
Where? That's awesome.
He said it's been building up for 6 months, and in next session they're doing like a wedding with vows and all, and the paladin took like the ceremony spell to officiate the wedding.
What?
I think it's a group of roommates that all play together. It's pretty funny. And then we deleted the video evidence. And the DNA evidence. And the fingerprints.
I think this thing's just got a touchy hard.
Okay.
And just had a moment.
Wait. Ah.
So it's moving again.
Yep.
Good catch.
If it just like stops blinking, I'll let you know.
Thank you, sir. We've got at least audio.
Mm-hmm.
If we have moments of whatever works. Alright. So where are you all going back up?
Yeah, I think we were gonna go either. I think all the way back up and check out the Death and Decay spot. Was that?
Well, we talked about poking the shambling mound, and
Oh,
something like
yeah.
you were gonna try to run away from it or something.
Oh, I was asking if it was fast.
Yeah.
Or if
You
it was like
you'd never
super
seen
slow.
it move. It had just been in combat, and after everyone had basically dropped, it was starting to roll over those, and the other group came in and finished it off concept. So you've not seen one move, and most of the time that they've been engaged, a couple other stories you'd heard it had been an ambush, so you don't really know anything about their speed. They've been something they'd stumbled upon as opposed to like a chase.
Hmm. If it took out an entire squad of Warforged, I don't want to mess with it.
This is early day Warforged.
I really don't want to mess with it. I really would like to explore other options before messing with it. Is that fair?
This is where all the sound was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
This might be what we're meant to discover.
But we know that the cells fed into this room. Maybe going back and backtracking, we will learn what else feeds into this room.
Maybe.
And we can kind of
From above.
put
perhaps.
together kind of a more cohesive picture of how this room works.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's do that then. So go back over where the Death and Decay were.
So y'all are going to. You can get to two different directions. How far into that whole area are you going?
Did the
Just a T, right?
Did the voices start again when we walked away?
As you all begin to go up the stairs, you begin to hear the chanting. It's not intelligible, but you pick up on the rhythm of it, and you suspect it's the same set of words.
But is it in the same location? It hasn't changed location? It's still here.
Yeah, it's still coming from down below.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that anymore.
Big deal.
On to new challenges.
You just want to go this way?
Sure.
So,
Checking for traps.
before you all get that way,
Okay.
you're
It's
leading
too
this whole
late.
thing. Which direction?
Checking for traps this time.
Which direction are you all coming from? That direction. So as soon as you enter that first square of the crossroads, up from the grave they arose.
Punch him in the face!
I hope I don't need any.
So many.
Oh, that's too many. Caleb, no. No.
They're going to go in 4 different places. One on right next to both of those crossroad pieces.
So
No.
right
One
there.
there and one, right next to you.
What is this madness?
And then one here.
I
And the other one all the way down at that corner there.
I do my battle stuff. Or whatever it's called.
Rip.
You shit your pants. And
What are
ready
we
for
looking
battle.
at? What are we looking at?
as the ground breaks underneath you. I mean, it looked like it's been traveled over everything else. You hadn't seen anything. Up from it, you see these faces that come forth, humanoid in a lot of respects, but definitely past the scent of humanoid, and you can tell that they are ghouls.
Zombies? No,
Does
they
my
are
ghoul
wolves.
cloak make any difference?
Ooh.
Um, They definitely give a second look at you, but ascertaining from the front that you've got this massive shield and don't have a 12-foot long loving you tongue, they feel that you are not a ghoul.
You ain't no ghoul.
I want to smash him with my hammer
Do it.
of silver.
Right. I'm just gonna
So
poke him real hard.
go ahead and do we want to stick with same initiative?
No, let's re-roll. It's gonna be great.
Let's roll initiative.
Yeah. I like to roll dice.
God damn it! 2!
Okay, so you stay where you were.
How did I get lower?
19.
The 4 ghouls are going to go as a group for
18.
simplicity.
What? Alright, now it's gotta be you and then Ziggs.
Alright, help me out. So,
You get 19, right?
Haha!
You get
They
18.
have +2, so they got 3.
Oh, wow. This is literally gonna be the exact same initiative it was before.
is it really?
So far.
What'd you
I got 19.
What'd you get?
18.
Nice. It is indeed. Let's see what he's got. He did pretty good. Yeah, he did pretty good. He has 17, so.
So it's the same initiative.
Kinda. It's kind of Ziggs than Kruven. Alright, when is that first? Followed by Girion.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay, there are 4 ghouls in front of us. You're gonna have to hang on a second. Let me actually do this number so I know which one's which. If we can replace one of those d8s with that guy and another one of the d8s with that guy, that would be great.
That means he's gonna be rolling d8s. I don't like that.
Not necessarily, but this means I can label them as a d4, a d8, a d12, and a d6.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
He's got the smarts over there.
Clever.
Okay, so which one are you throwing this at?
This one.
Okay, the d6. All right,
This
mock
is
him.
12.
That's a D12.
Oh, the d12. Sorry, I can't see. The d12. It's a save, right?
Yeah.
I gotta beat a what?
12?
With a what?
What do you mean with a what?
Wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah. Wisdom.
He rolls a 13, so he passes it.
There.
Would you like a list of Shakespearean insults?
I bite my thumb at E.
Doesn't seem to have the same effect. Seems a little outdated.
What? For this place? Nah. No.
Seems a little ahead of his time.
The most notable coward, an infinite and endless liar, an hourly promise breaker, the owner of no one good quality.
Aww.
Alright, then we got Girion.
Okay, does it take an action to throw ball bearings down the hall?
Interesting question. It does.
It does?
But it's still a good action.
Yeah, I think I want to do that. I'm going to throw it down the hallway toward the D8.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and say they roll down the hallway to the D8.
Cool. Oh my god. I like it.
Bulls.
Bulls bizzle. What? Never have you. Oh man. Oh.
Did it again. All right, go ahead. We'll just have to pick up on where we're at with this thing. I'm quick copying them over. obviously I need a different memory card than this one. So after
Good fancy.
some words have been yelled, Girion has thrown the ball, dropped the ball. Who's next on the list?
Ziggs,
Ziggs is up.
who, if he can do so, is going to lob a vial of fire in between the D8 and the D4.
Does it hit both?
It would.
Okay.
If
throw,
he can, yeah,
throw
if he
between
can
the
reach
D8 and the D4.
Cool. Alright, it's a dex save. DC of 13.
The first one's going to make it. One of them does not. Which one do you want to fail?
Alright, let's just go in order and let's say that the D4 has failed.
All right.
How
How much damage does he take?
It is 1d6. Make sure I got all this right. Yes. Bah! That's a 2. Yes, well, it takes 2 fire damage.
Damage is damage.
Alright, after that, it is Cruven, who is going to attack the D12.
Okay. Heal.
Yes. Well, yes, we'll see. That's a 10. So quarterstaff is at 10, and then he's going to reach out and like palm the ghoul in the face with a 12.
That just hits.
Sweet. All right. Palm his forehead. Bam. For 6 damage.
Well, that was the D12.
Yes.
6 damage.
And then all the ghouls go.
All right. The first ghoul that is closest, the D8, is going to attempt to tackle Shield.
Contested, right?
Yeah. Contested strength.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Strength or acrobatics.
21.
Nice.
This creature slams into you. You rock backward, begin to teeter, and then push it off you. He rolled a 20.
Can I? Okay. If one crit fails or something, I want him to like come up and I just punch them and like lay them down, you know?
Prone.
I know.
Instantly prone.
The D4 behind him runs past and dives into the second part of the party, attacking Cruven. He rolls abysmally with a 9. If you'd move the D4 just kind of up into the space right behind. But yeah, that's fine. Get an attack on Cruven. The D12 over there, he's going to go ahead and attack Shield from the side, seeing that he's distracted, and rolls a 13, harmlessly glancing off his armor. No avail. And lastly, the D8 is also going to try to dash behind and get in the fray of everything and move into some occupied space and attack Gwen Estrie.
Disadvantage.
Okay. Well, freaking played. It's startled by how you reel so quickly, slamming your elbow into it as it reaches for her, and both of its claws miss just wide. After the ghouls, it rolls around to
Shield.
I'm gonna attack the D12.
Okay.
Now we fight.
That is a 15, and I'm gonna use action surge after this.
Now.
15 hits.
So
What level do you get action surge at?
2.
Okay.
so 10 damage.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna attack again with action surge. 24,
That hits.
and then 5 more damage.
Very close to a crit.
Okay. How do you envision this one going down as they're all
Nice, dude.
slaughtering or slamming into?
It's the uppercut first, and then as he's like reeling up, I like smash him down into the ground.
Nice. All right. He drops. He is K.
Oh, I have second
Oh.
wind. You can deal with that. You never remember that.
Okay. So after Shield, it goes back to the top. Gwen, you've got these things all around you.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and swing with my rapier. And I'll sit this round out again.
What did you roll?
I got a 9.
That's going to be just shy.
Uh,
All right.
So Gwen swings with a rapier as the ghouls are falling amongst you all. No luck with that attack. From Gwen, it skips to Girion.
Like a Zoro G.
All right. Yep.
cheek.
I'll swing the short sword at the D4.
All right, the D4 is weighted into battle with you guys.
15.
He's super sharp
That
and
hits.
pointy.
Okay. Five. And then I get. Is he within 5 feet? Because I get to do sneak attack, right?
Yes. Yeah, he's definitely all within 5 feet.
Of a conscious ally.
Yep.
So I can roll another one and add that to my 5. So I do 10.
Okay. That is enough. How you see him getting eviscerated.
I was trying to think of something cool, but I'm gonna slash off both arms and then stab him through the heart.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
I was envisioning something cool, but I'll settle for this.
Some Walking Dead shit.
Yeah, man.
Good gosh. Girion quickly dispatching his. They're dropping like flies. Ziggs, you're up.
Okay.
Okay.
Seeing that chopping works, he's gonna pull out the hand axe and is going to try to chop off dude's, like, I guess, feet, his ankles. Hey, that's a pretty good roll. That is an 18.
That hits. Which one are you hitting?
Which ones are left
If you
standing?
take off the D4 and the D12, they're no more.
Gracias. Gracias. Alright, I imagine him being over by the D8.
Okay. The D6 is most probably moved up to, yeah, be within range.
Sure. Alright, that's 5 plus minus 1. So 4 damage to that one.
That was his strength.
Yeah.
Minus
I
one.
didn't. I thought that was a plus. My bad.
What did you read?
I rolled a 5, and he has a minus 1 to strength, so it's a 4 damage
Okay.
total.
Okay.
Dang it.
Nice.
All right.
Ziggs gets overzealous with his axe. Kruben.
Slices at the ankle. Kruben's gonna go for the same guy. First lashing out with a quarterstaff. It's a 12.
That is enough.
Okay. Cool. I
You
will
gotta
not
meet it or beat it, right?
argue with that. Yeah. Sweet. I do 4 damage to that guy. And I'm gonna try to finish him off with a kick to his face hole. That is a nat 1.
Oh,
Awesome.
You lost some balance, swirled around. You recovered okay, but you definitely were hoping that nobody saw that.
We saw.
Yeah, everybody's in the same space. We all saw it. It's okay.
The ghouls are back up.
I'm trying super hard. Because
They both go to tackle Shield, so they're helping each other in this case.
oh shit.
how you all have each other be helping grab?
Ooh, I did not roll well.
I'm helping Shield get ungrappled.
11.
We're holding him up. 18.
Oh man.
So the one kind of barrels into you sideways, and the other one comes through with a tackle, trips you up, and you topple right over. That happens to be their turn, but you are now grappled by the we'll say the D6 has got you.
But I can still attack, right?
Mhm.
From grapple.
Yeah,
18.
Just can't move.
that hits. As you have a disadvantage at all while grappled. Do you know what that?
I
Okay.
think on melee, right?
Okay.
I don't think you do. I could be. I'll go check.
Roll with
I
it.
could be wrong.
We'll roll with it for now.
5 damage on the d6.
Okay. It's gnashing at you and just its tongue lashing out.
All over your metal head.
After Shield, Gwen.
We're gonna give this another go with the rapier.
Stab, stab.
Stabby stab. Wow. It's a 16.
That hits.
I hit something.
Gwen lands a blow.
Write this down.
Proud of you.
And then I get 11.
Which one are you hitting?
I am going to hit the 6.
Okay. That one is definitely taking a beating at this time. The piercing wound, it's bleeding whatever ghouls bleed, and he's still holding on to shield, but definitely slipping from this world. After
No,
Gwen, Girion.
no disadvantage.
Thanks.
You just can't move.
No, it's a nat one.
All right, you two pull a very, very classy looking move that amounts to nothing.
Yay!
all mad
Start a
moves.
club.
Ziggs, you're up.
We can start a club. All right, hand axe again because it was so effective. 22.
That hits.
No, well, an 18 still hits.
Which one? You going for that same one, the D8?
Yes.
Okay.
Another 4 damage to that guy.
Hey, it all adds up.
Yep. He's about 2/3 of the way through his ankle now.
After Ziggs goes to Kruven.
Yes. All right. So Craven is going to try to help out by swatting that dude's ankle. Cool. He gets a 16.
That lands.
This is good. Ha! And he does 7 damage.
On the same one that.
Same one that Ziggs was hitting.
Okay.
I apologize. I don't know if that was I think it was the D8.
The D8, yeah. You're good.
All right, and then with that, he's going to stomp on dude's ankle.
Okay.
And that's a 12.
That barely hits.
And 7 damage.
Oh, well, that was enough to just wreck him. So as you step on his ankle, dropping him down, I imagine with that unarmed attack, you just reach, grab its head, and just pull, shearing it from it. That then loops back to the one ghoul that has you grappled. He's prone. Does he have any sort of advantage on that? But they're in a grapple, so not necessarily.
Wouldn't we both be prone then?
Not necessarily, no.
If I'm prone, then he has melee advantage on me.
Yes. Oh yeah, if he's attacking shield, he would have advantage. Yes.
To no avail. He's bleeding out bad from that piercing blow that was given by Gwen Estrie not too long ago. Shield, you have the opportunity to either break a grapple, stand up, break a grapple. What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to like I'm imagining him sort of on top of me, like I'm turning over and he's on top trying to like, yeah. I just want to like grab his head, try to crush it like mountain style.
All right.
Just right through the
Yeah.
eye.
Oh no!
Oh wow,
You gotta beat a 12 and it happens.
12 what?
It's just a 12.
It's C.
Yeah.
Wait, do I add anything to it, like strength or anything?
Well,
He's
it's
saying that if
it's
you
a
hit it, kill it.
It's a hit.
Oh. What? So I would add as like a melee attack.
It's a melee attack. It's a melee attack.
Roll
yeah.
the hit. Roll the hit.
That's the thing. I got a 10. So if it's a melee attack, I would add my.
Your strength and your proficiency.
Okay, yeah, I got over a 12.
Okay. Then yeah, you just roll over and all 400 pounds of you just thumbs into the eye sockets, and you're just like, I raped your... Oh, wait a minute, wrong show. And just collapses in with the weight of you coming down on it, and its arms flop flat as its head is flatter. Well done. Well done. Did we take any damage?
No.
I don't think so.
Good gosh, you all are too good at combat. Alright.
Sorry, Dad.
I'll
try to be worse in the future.
It reeks of death where you guys are. They're horrid, putrid, ghouly smell.
I think it was these guys.
I start rubbing the
It's
blood.
not.
Like,
Well,
to cover up our sin.
Before we move along, I pick up my ball bearings off the floor.
time is wasted.
Oh, I forgot about those. Yeah, that's a good call. Sorry, hold me accountable for those things. I think that would have. Doesn't that half movement? Yeah, it counts as difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain. Yeah.
So they still could have made it in the 15. Clever though. I like where you were going with that.
Could do like a deck save or something to keep from cartoonishly.
I mean, like, honestly, that's what it would look like.
And then they're
though.
prone, and then we just like.
So you guys have two options of directions to go.
Mm-hmm.
You can either go further down I
Which way
think.
doesn't lead to disappointment?
This is
Which
Barovia.
one of the two options do you all end up progressing?
Can.
Let's roll the dice.
Or,
We can do
nobody
that.
took any damage. Doesn't make sense to do
If y'all have a preference, let me know. Otherwise, we just roll the dice. 'Cause
Evens and odds.
Can we check for traps in either direction?
That's true.
Yeah, you can go ahead and check. It looks like heavy footprints, other than like the pits that the ghouls themselves crawled out of, making some slightly difficult terrain. You don't see anything that jumps out at you here.
Did you say there were heavy footprints?
Yeah,
but they
it
were from the
looked
ghouls?
like traffic has been through. Everywhere you guys have been, save where Shield fell through. It looks like there's been traffic, foot traffic.
Recent?
Not recent, but
Okay.
like it's old
Just
trampled.
evidence, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like footprints in the mud kind of deal.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we
Dinosaur
can
footprints.
we can roll if we want to determine which way because I don't have a preference.
It was even.
Which way is that taking you all?
I guess down where the D6 is? Even on? Like
To that direction?
Yeah.
Okay.
In case.
Then
Don't know.
not that one. This guy
Wasn't
is
silly.
going to go straight down like that with that thumb piece right where your is going to go.
Wow.
Hope that we do
Don't-
not
don't.
die.
Rotate it 90.
Is it a demon?
This way?
Yep,
Is
and
it
then
chair?
put it down just past there. You may have to.
Is it
This way?
spaghetti?
Yep, that way, and then all the way over to line up with the door.
Oh, I see.
Dinner for two.
So,
It's like that dog movie.
what horrible things? I mean, what potentially lies on here?
Spaghetti.
Walking into this. Okay, you can't really.
It's a jug of water
Yeah.
and some cups.
Yeah.
How can you tell?
It looks like a den of sorts.
So do art.
There's a
I have to do
chandelier
this shit.
suspended above a table in the middle of the room. Two high back chairs flank the table. It has an empty clay jug and two clay flagons atop it. Iron candlesticks stand in two corners. Their candles long since melted away. You all have got two options. You can't quite see it, but there's a door. Going to
I'm just
get.
showing where they. There's one here.
That-
There's one here. So
Oh, I told you wrong. Rotate that if you would. Yes, perfect. The door closest to you isn't really a door; it's just a passageway, and the other direction has a door. Does that make sense?
when you say closest to me, you mean this one?
That one has a door.
Yeah.
The other one does not have a door.
Okay.
It's like a little bit of a hall. Looking into it all, I guess I could throw. Yeah, we'll just throw them over there. That's gonna go on the side closest to you, and this one's gonna go on your side, just like that one was.
Like this?
Yep. Slip it right in that.
Alright. I was gonna suggest we leave the door for now since we could like hear it opening behind us and check out the other chamber.
Okay.
I'm gonna investigate these things.
Okay.
Candlesticks.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at them closely, they just look like a nicer wrought iron candlesticks, slightly in what you would consider a more gothic style and taste.
Not worth much money.
No.
You all push
Burdensome
into
to carry.
the next room?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bed chamber. Bow chicka wow
This
wow.
room. There is a large wood frame bed. It's got a rotted feather mattress. There's a wardrobe, which if open, you can see there's several old robes. One of them is, they look similar to what you found in the one dude down that had the ring, the black.
Mm-hmm.
More along the lines of cultist robes. A pair of iron candlesticks. There's an open crate.
Open or oaken?
Open.
Okay.
Containing 30 torches and a leather sack with 15 candles inside it. And then at the end of the bed, there is a closed foot locker.
You wanna open that?
Yeah, I'm opening the foot locker.
On the wall as well, there are two portraits.
Okay.
If you side closest to you in the center, Corey, yeah, and then side close other side, yes, thank you. So two portraits. They look to be of a man and a woman. They look to be Mr. and Mrs. Durst. Gustavs.
When did they live in the basement?
Can I put those will those candles fit in my pouch of human skin?
15. Yeah, the tops may be sticking out a little bit, but you're able to get them into your human pouch. The 15
You said they
candles.
were human skin candles? Is that
No, he's got a human pouch he's putting in,
Asshole,
so he
you
took
took the
15
pouch.
candles.
You're gonna judge me for taking a human skin pouch. You're just gonna pocket that shit. I see how it is. I'm gonna take the leather pouch so that I'm not pouchless. I mean, he's taking the candles out of the leather pouch and putting them in the human skin pouch.
This is true.
So I'm
now
just gonna
you've
take
got-
the empty
you've
leather
got a
pouch.
you got a leather sack.
I put my soap and my rod iron in it.
Okay.
Yeah. I have cool stuff too.
You all do anything with Foot Locker in the end of the day?
Yes, I'm gonna open it.
All right. As you open
House
it,
cleaning.
the pictures explode open and roll. Do you want to keep the same initiative order?
Sure. What? Yeah, sure.
Man, why do I keep
Damn it.
opening stuff, guys?
I thought we checked it for traps.
Put in those locations.
We
yeah,
didn't
there-
check it for traps.
There was no checking of traps,
I
but
didn't check it for traps.
it wouldn't have made any difference.
Oh, cool. Okay, that was gonna be my next question.
These look similar to ghouls, but you've definitely been familiar with them. They look more like their cousins' ghasts. So where are you guys in this room? Because you were probably a little more spread out than last time.
Me and
Yeah,
Proven would have been
we're
by the
next to the
pouch.
wardrobe. Where the stuff was.
Well, I'm obviously right here with this ghoul.
Gwen.
Yeah, where's Gwen? Is you in the room?
Alrighty.
Yeah, I
then.
would be.
Get you here.
Just anywhere I fit. Yeah, we can use that.
I mean, so you could either be in the corner or you could be like not quite in the room yet.
This place is not.
I could be
friendly.
right there. That's fine.
Okay. And Ziggs. We need a Ziggs.
Hope Andy gets feeling better.
Can
Hey,
I
he can watch.
hide in the
He can
wardrobe?
watch our session and be like completely caught up.
Hey.
Yeah.
Basically.
That would leave you guys screwed.
Oh yeah.
I would.
If I went and hid in the wardrobe.
What I put out there, it's a D6 and a D8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. Going with the same initiative order as last time, the ghasts rolled a 2, but they've got a +2 dex, or a +3 dex, excuse me, so they're definitely going for a shield. But I believe they're going after Krugen.
That's correct.
So it's exactly the same order as last time. Blah, blah, blah. Gwen, what do you do?
I want to mock them viciously.
Okay, just one of them, right?
Ooh.
Can I do two?
I think it's a targeted.
Yeah, I thought it was a target.
Yeah.
Would you
So-
like to use this Shakespearean
Oh.
insult?
Of
It
course,
has bull's pizzle.
if you want to stick that
Bull's
somewhere
pizzle.
around that whole thing, that's the alcove things that they jumped out of. So turn it.
Away, you starveling, you elfskin, you dried neat's tongue, bull's pizzle, you stockfish. Oh, excuse me, my
It cocks
ears.
its head at you,
What is
What the heck happened?
and
Bull's pizzle? It's like pee. Pizzle?
since it crit, it looks at you.
Jeez.
I don't feel good about my life choices.
You married this.
Go back in the picture.
I liked you better when you were 2-dimensional. Wait, so you crit on the Chris's mark?
I crit on
Oh,
the
it's crit on
save.
the
Yeah.
That's why I gave her such a funny look. And
Oops, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't think about it. Okay,
All right.
Gideon.
Gwen tried to yell it down, but her words of no effect. Girion.
I'm gonna take half my soul if they can only see half my eyes.
Yeah, I guess I'm just swinging with the short sword.
Logic. Logic.
8.
That's not going to do it. Startled, you reel back, pull your sword, and swing in haste, missing. Ziggs, who's probably in there on the bed acting as a pillow, pops into reality.
He's a little D6 over here.
Okay.
Alright. He's going to take a chance and he's going to throw a vial of alchemist fire at the corner.
Okay.
You have to
both
make
of
it.
them.
You have to make a dex save.
Oh,
That's another 20,
what do I roll?
What?
and that's a 16.
Caleb, this is
I roll a
terrible.
d20.
You roll a
No.
d20. It's a dex saving
Oh.
throw.
18 and 5.
You're fine.
I'm
You're
good.
fine. All right.
Woo!
Nobody gets hit by the fire.
Woo! That's harmlessly.
Ziggs is super pissed though.
Kruven.
All right, Kruven,
What do you
D12
see?
over there. I am going to try to nail the D8 with my quarterstaff. Shpah. That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that lets.
Cool.
Which one are you attacking?
The D8.
Okay.
Is that Mr. or Mrs.?
We're gonna go with misses.
Okay. Bah. Stick to the face. Bam. 9 damage. And then I'm gonna try to like hit the ghast with my fist. Shpah. It's an @1, so cool. I'm not convinced that you can't hit them with your fist.
Okay.
Following that, it is the ghast's turn.
So the gas.
This is
All of you have gone already. Gwen, Girion, Ziggs, Kruven. Please make me Constitution saving throws.
I don't like that.
Constitution.
Because you guys are all. Well, is Ziggs within 5 foot of?
It's 2.
No.
No.
Okay, then he does not make one.
I made a natural
Those
20.
of you within 5 foot. Gwen, you're outside of the 5 foot too, actually. You're just
Yes.
outside, so
Well,
you're
thank
okay.
you.
18.
So 18 and
20.
okay. You both resist. You choke on the air a little bit, and you realize that they're giving off some sort of a putrid stench that once they broke free of that, it's almost noxious, almost as if it's poisoning the air around them.
I don't like that.
The ghast
Spell my grandma's.
closest to who's the D12? That's
Kruven.
Mr. Kruven. The D8 attacks the D12.
I'm afraid of ghost.
He rolls an 18 plus whatever to hit 3,
Damn it.
so 21.
Yeah, that'll hit. It's nice knowing you. It was fun and stuff.
We'll save you. Maybe. Do you even breathe?
Me? Oh.
I'm immune to disease, but not poison.
Hmm.
You're fine. You have a whole bunch of lab. You're okay.
Sure.
Just out of curiosity.
7 damage, sir.
Okay.
Wait, 7 plus something.
No, that's fine.
10 damage, sir.
No, 7 was fine.
That was a.
Cool. Okay. I'm slightly afraid of ghosts now.
The other one is going to go
Disadvantage.
ahead and
If it's attacking.
Bam.
it's going to attack Girion,
Yes.
Okay, disadvantage.
the D6. How close do you have to be to?
They're,
5
the
feet.
person they're attacking has to be within 5 feet of me.
Okay,
It's distance from him.
then that works.
Just
That was a 19 raw. 13 plus 3 is 16.
Yeah, that hits.
So it still cracks through even with the distraction.
I tried.
I know, yeah, very close. I'm a 15.
And it does 12 damage.
How much did you have?
I have 16. I'm down to 4.
You can, as an action, take a potion if you happen to have one on your person. I have done that before as Tim. The other campaign. Where you had me down.
Because you got 7. No, you're down to 7.
I think I was. Yeah, that's right. You were at 4.
Mhm.
We were both at Pickle.
I was so excited.
All right.
Mm.
The ghasts have done their thing. Both landing attacks.
I like seeing shit.
Gwen.
What? I haven't gone yet.
Oh, excuse me. Shield.
I think the only one I can reach is the D8, which is the misses. So I will attack her. 19.
I heard.
9 damage.
Which one? The D8?
Mhm.
Alright. It's taking a chunk of damage. Back to the top of the order.
That's true.
Okay.
I can see this.
Is this you, Kruven?
I'm the D12, yes. The silver one.
Okay. So technically, do I need to try and jump over or walk through in order to get to one of the two?
It's like difficult terrain, isn't it?
Yes.
Technically.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I'd like to give them disadvantage on their attacks. I'm gonna try and viciously mock them one more time.
Okay. What do I have to roll?
12.
Oh yeah, no way.
Okay, good.
Which one did you viciously mock?
Is this one the misses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the misses.
All right, so she's got disadvantage. She's been hit a couple times.
Your mother was a hamster.
Girion.
Am I supposed to be adding my attack
Oh
modifier?
no, yeah, you're doing damage on this
I
one.
don't think so.
Okay. So 4. Just straight 4.
She looks pretty shooken.
Good.
Shooked.
She looks shook.
Shaken.
Girion.
Again with the short sword.
She's been shaken, and now we are bacon.
Shake it back.
That's a natural 20.
It is. Oh yes. Yes.
On which one?
Misses.
Yeah, misses.
How do you want to do this?
Yes.
Again. What does a gas look like? Is it humanoid?
It's
Ish.
humanoid, very
It's
similar
ish.
to a ghoul, but a little bit different in just its deformities. Really.
All right. I'm gonna slash across the belly, and as she comes over, I'm gonna swing it right back up through her head. Just
Nice. You didn't have, much room to work with, but pulling the bleeding close, slicing across your belly as she doubles over in pain, dripping straight up through her. The former Mr. Durst looks at you in hate.
yeah.
Ziggs is back up.
Stuff. He's so sad.
I'm probably gonna die now.
All right.
I don't think we really attacked him.
She's dead, right? Can I pull her off? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's easier to remember things and stuff.
Make sure we need to leave her there.
Being that he's not drawing a weapon, can I draw the short bow?
Yeah?
Okay. I'm gonna try to get a shot off it.
I assume you're dropping the quarterstaff in this case.
This is Ziggs.
Oh, Ziggs.
He had thrown a vial last
Oh,
time,
then
so I
that's
didn't
fine.
have anything on hand.
Sorry.
Alright, man. Good. Alright, cool. The shot goes wide.
Unused to the bow. Doesn't do too hot.
He's got a +4 to hit.
It's been a minute since he's used it. Close quarters and all.
That's true. Alright, we're
Cruven.
going to Cruven. Cruven is gonna move up into the Noxus Cloud because he's cool like that. And,
Go ahead and make me a con save at this point.
What?
Was anybody else starting within 5 feet of him? Sorry.
I started within 5 feet of.
Then you would
yeah.
also need to make me a con
He
save.
started, but like,
He finished
I didn't
it, but
start.
still. Oh, that's true. You moved into it, so you're okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I was like, that's some
I was
some
a
crazy
5.
mechanics.
I was a
Okay.
5 on my turn.
Okay.
Gonna move in and get
I
poisoned
probably
before I
did
even get there.
damage.
You're poisoned for the time being.
Mechanically, what does that do to me?
That's a good question. Should be on the. Is it on the? Do you have a screen?
Oh.
Conditions should be on there somewhere.
Conditions.
I feel like it's disadvantage on saving throws.
Poisoned. Creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh, damn. So everything except.
Disadvantage on basically everything.
Oh,
Okay.
not everything, but just a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
All the important things.
Oh.
That. Yeah.
Alright, we're
That
gonna
would've
roll
affected
Cruven's quarterstaff
my
attack. Yay! That's a 15 plus 5, 20.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Cool. Yes. 11 damage.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's the wrong sheet. There we go. Yeah, 8 plus 3 is 11. Alright, and then for his offhand attack, that's going to be a 15.
That hits.
Yeah. Boom. For 5 damage. So all total 18 damage this turn. He does okay.
18 damage.
Yeah.
So you do that Monkey King twirl with the staff, hitting him, dropping it, well, unarming it, one-handing him. In a moment of dazedness, he's definitely looking, he's done a little better in life. The ghoul, the ghast, excuse me,
Disadvantage.
attacks all the same. Doesn't even matter when he rolls the second time because that 2 was just glaring at him on the first roll. just in frustration, whips out a hand. No avail.
Thanks.
Shield.
I move
Her? And afraid of
and I attack.
Okay,
15.
that hits.
6 damage.
Doing work.
Smish.
After Shield Gwen.
Okay.
Jumps on the bed.
I'm going to try and squeak in there and hit it with my rapier.
Okay.
No, I won't.
Little finagling. Get a little tripped up over some of the debris and feet and everything else, stabbing wide.
Oh, feet.
Girion.
We need like a roll training.
Do I need to?
Train.
So I'm just poisoned now. I don't need to roll that Constitution save again.
It ends at the end of this next turn for yours.
Okay. So there's no need for me to roll a Constitution check.
You would roll a con check to see if you're poisoned for another turn.
Okay. 16
You have disadvantage on attacks.
and saves.
Hmm?
And saves. So I need to roll that
And
again.
ability to, yeah.
So 14.
Still clears it. It's a 10. The DC is 10.
Okay.
So you're not poisoned after when you come around to your next turn.
Okay.
But you still attack, but you've got disadvantage.
I'm at disadvantage on this attack.
Oh,
All
I
right.
thought
So
that
I'm
was
gonna
your
swing.
attack. Sorry, my B.
No. Yeah. So I'm gonna swing the short sword. 13.
That hits. That meets it.
Alright, and just so we're clear going forward, you wouldn't have had disadvantage on that saving throw. It's just ability checks and attack rolls.
You're right.
It'd be
I
double
miss-
punishment
I
because you're trying to make it. You're good. You're
I
good.
misspoke. Yeah, once you get it, you just be like eternally then.
You rolled really well 4 times, so it all works out.
You did. You did. And I think you get sneak attack as long as within 5 foot.
Yes. Yeah.
So stabby stab.
She gonna die. He gonna die.
4 plus 1. 5. I did 5 damage.
Okay. Do you not have any? Okay.
That was
That
with
work?
sneak attack, yeah.
That works.
That was with the sneaking.
Is it with modifiers now?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom.
Ziggs is back up. What you
Okay.
doing down there?
Yeah, he's going short bow again.
Okay. It's a short bow for a short
It's a
man.
tiny bow. Oh, so close. 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits. That's what the old plus was about.
That's 8 damage, piercing.
All right. It staggers. It's looking really weak.
What am I doing?
Here you go, Crewin.
Pin him to the. Oh, greeting is such a cool thing. Okay, I'm okay with that. All right. Quarterstaff. 12.
Just shy.
Yeah. Okay. Swing of the quarterstaff. All right. So using the bed as a spring, I'm going to punch into Mr. Durst's throat. Oh, come on. I needed that. No. That's a 9. So I'm, face to face with this ghast way too close.
As it's wobbling, it throws a haymaker at you to no avail. Shield, you're up.
Damn it.
I did hammer 9.
Nope, not gonna do it.
This is the
Gwen.
deftest ghast ever.
Alright.
He looks like he's doing a little
boxer
better.
gloves.
He's stabilizing on his feet.
What is that? A 1?
1.
That's a 1.
Not
No
too
good.
not too hot from Gwen either. Girion, it's come all the way back around to you.
I didn't make a con save last time.
That's okay. I don't think it's gonna. I didn't think that it's gonna get back around to you guys. I'll be completely honest.
Do I need to con save?
No, just if you can hit it.
I think it's got like 1 or 2 HP.
I don't know. 14?
That hits.
Yeah!
13 AC. How do you want to do this? 'Cause you could spin on it at this point. I was like, no.
I'll poke it. I'll poke it.
As you poke, its body rotates just enough, and you press right into Zig's arrow, and just as it just tears through, and you hear it slip out the back, it just topples over. Code protection. So Winter Silence uncommon. You gain +1 bonus AC to +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while you wear this cloak. Shield can't wear it.
I was originally going to say
I mean,
if we ended up having to put someone in that room up there on the pedestal, depending upon what the protection cloak would do, maybe they should wear the protection cloak while they're on that pedestal. But
okay.
we still have some rooms to explore as well.
This is true.
You've got one room yet to go. Either loop around or just walk through the door.
I would offer the flask of alchemist fire to Ziggs.
Okay.
Do you want it? You can have
Renee,
the spell book to Gruben or Gwen.
I'd have to check and see what she may know. It's all
Yeah.
wizard spells. That's not to say she might not know something.
So I mean, even if nobody knew what it was, I would offer
Yeah.
for you guys to take it.
Probably best if you hold on to it. See if you can find some use for it.
Or sell it.
Or sell it. That's true. You already have a bullseye lantern?
I have a hooded lantern. What's the difference?
I think it's.
I know the hooded, you can close it off and
Yes. So
Like-
bullseye has. So imagine a square lantern, and it's got metal panes, like metal panels that you can slide down over it to cut the light off. I think a hooded lantern, while you can direct the light, it doesn't allow you to completely shut it off, whereas a bullseye lantern does. Let's double check that. I know for sure the bullseye lantern lets you cut off the light, which is very good for sneaking because you hear something up ahead, you're like, oh shit, cut off the light.
Wasn't
Real
that thing that was in the name of the one?
quick. He made a bullseye lantern, basically, yeah, with the sympathy lamp. That's right. Check. Oh, cool. Yeah, it has an entry. A hooded lantern casts bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Once lit, burns for 6 hours on a flask of oil. As an action, you can lower the hood, reducing the light to dim light in a 5-foot radius.
Okay.
Which versus a bullseye lantern, I believe you can completely cut it off.
Still neat.
All right. So are we?
We want to check out this last room.
Yeah.
And I'll offer the thieves' tools to Gruben.
So per round guide, so the hooded lantern casts 30 and then dim for 30. Bullseye does 60, dim for 60. The hooded lantern, you can reduce it to dim for 5 feet. The bullseye does not say anything about being able to reduce. So you get better light, but no reduction. So if you're going to keep the one that you could shut off, it'd be the hooded.
Yeah, I'll keep the hooded. I'll leave the bullseye there. I don't want it, so whoever else wants to pick it up, you can take it.
Fuck yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
And the thieves'
I like to light
tools.
things.
So I like that. I throw that in a pack. Yeah.
Thieves' tools. Oh, we do have a pack of holding going. Bag of holding.
Not yet.
Ziggs,
If Ziggs makes it.
he's not.
Okay.
I think that was his level 2 thing. I think he's making goggles all night. But he has dark vision now, which is cool. Ziggs has thieves tools and Girion has thieves tools. So we each have an extra set of thieves tools. Yeah. So just hold up with that.
All
And
right.
then chain shirt.
We going in this last room?
I would very much like to.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all going which way?
You just want to go to this door?
Yeah. I mean, it's the only way in as far as I know.
So Shield's leaving.
Yeah.
Can we percept things on the way?
You can.
Wait, did I get hit?
We can still hear the chanting.
Someone got hit. You got hit.
Make me
Oh, I did get hit. Should I take one of those for you?
perception check.
I'm gonna go with yeah.
Yeah.
Did you tell? Who did you tell?
2d4
You were
plus 2.
asking him to percept
2d4 plus 2. Where's my d4? That's me.
Is it you? Yeah.
That's me.
16.
things. Okay.
Three
Everything else
versus
has looked pretty
you.
shab. This door doesn't look quite as shab
Okay.
as everything else.
6. So I'm up to 10.
Hey guys, this door doesn't look so shab.
It doesn't look so shab.
Less shab.
I mean, look at this place. This place is shab.
it's like shabby
Door?
shab.
Not so shab.
Is it painted like a light blue, sort of like a shabby chic?
They put shiplap on it. Shiplap shab.
Take down the walls. Open it up.
I ripped them off.
Okay. Alright, so let's expect to see somebody on the other side of this door.
Can I kick down the door?
Okay, you
Kool-Aid
go
Man.
to kick the door.
Oh,
Make me
yeah.
a strength check. What'd you roll?
What do you want me to add to the strength check?
No, just it's a strength check.
So 22.
Nice, dude.
So strong.
Never skip a leg day.
You have it at disadvantage.
14.
Okay. Your foot's adhered to the door.
Oh, no.
That's amazing.
Do you wear shoes?
I doubt it.
Oh,
I'm just one big thing of armor.
Do you want to go to the same initiative?
Can I do I need to roll initiative? Can I start chopping at it with a hand axe?
I think you're. I mean, it sounds like you're grappled.
You're grappled.
Yeah.
Yeah, your movement goes to 0. I mean, it doesn't do anything about your initiative, I guess, but.
This is awesome.
This is cool. Okay. Are we keeping the same or rolling again?
I roll. If you want to roll again, we can roll again.
Okay.
I thought we could do.
I know Taylor. Yes.
Got a 14 this time.
7.
This false.
15.
What would you call it? It was almost like it's mimicking a door.
Yeah.
I'd say this mimic rolled an 8.
Alright.
God damn it.
Oh, it's so good.
Man, Curse of Strahd stealing all my Collet ideas.
I'm just going by Shield's actions.
Alright, let's
Finding
see.
all the things.
Sweet.
That's what I'm here for.
Craven. And then Ziggs. Did not roll for that. And then. Alright, where is.
I had a 22.
Where's
That's been so
Gwen?
cool.
I'm at 15.
I was like, oh, let's do. Oh, do something. Yep, manage it. That'd be a disadvantage.
Damn. Would have been
Alright,
so
so
cool.
Kruven, Gwen, Shield, the Mimic, Girion, and Ziggs.
Damn, not last.
No? Alright. So his foot is stuck to the door.
Yep.
Yay.
Alright. I'm going to grab one of the bricks
Nice.
out of my pouch and I'm going to throw it at the door. Alright, that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Yes. And it does. Sweet. Bam. Bludgeoning. Alright, so that is going to be 5 bludgeoning damage. Do I want to risk kicking it?
What are we
No,
fighting?
he just stuck
Is it
to
a
it.
door? Or is it a thing that
But what
looks
if
like
you
a
only
door?
one person?
It's a thing that
It's a
looks
thing that
like
looks
a
like a
door.
door.
Okay. Would I know that?
You would now.
Yeah.
Is it moving in any way?
I think
or
it
is it
grabbed
just
my foot.
it grabbed it? You didn't get stuck in it.
It's more like he got stuck in it, but he's definitely in like a grappled sense. Like the door seemed to have, instead of being solid where he hit, it gelled around, and as he pulled, like it started to give and it slammed back in.
This is someone's interpretation of it. Like a door that sort of comes alive, and you're like, oh, it's an alive thing, and now we have to kill it. Or it will kill us. Alright, I'm going to.
Should have checked to see if it was breathing.
Nah.
Is this door breathing? From now on.
Zach has to play Dark Souls.
Andy led Ryan unwittingly to a mimic and was like, yeah, there's a chest. It's got all kinds of great loot in it. And Ryan was like, oh,
No, I think that was me last Drunk Souls we did.
oh yeah. Andy did it
No, he
again,
did it
too,
to Ryan.
but he'd done it to Ryan already. And I tried to give you warning, but, well,
Not
case in
today.
point.
It does have good loot, though. Anyway, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay.
I don't want to touch it.
So what? How much damage did you do? Sorry.
5.
Okay.
Wait. Yes. Yeah, 5.
Okay. From Kruven, it goes to
Good question. It goes to Gwen. And then Shield.
I don't know how this is going to go, so that's going to be good.
We're gonna yell at the door.
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh, nice.
Interesting. Okay.
That's a spell slot.
So go ahead, try and see if you can.
What save is this?
Whispers I have for
I think it's
Wisdom. Yes.
12.
If you tie,
needed to be it.
so you're done. You're good. Dang it, that was gonna be.
But it's
really
probably
cool.
half damage, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yes.
Spell.
Well, so on a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
So you still have to roll damage.
3d6.
Yeah. That ain't
Good
shabby.
gosh!
That ain't shab.
6,
Ooh.
You think about it. Average, it's gonna
4.
be like 5 damage.
4, so 14.
Yeah, 7.
That's solid.
Yeah.
14 damage.
That's one spell slot.
No, 7 damage.
7. Because it takes
Yeah.
that.
Oh.
So
okay.
half of that.
It's a very wise door.
Golly.
Wisdom.
Shield.
I'm gonna attack it with my hammer. Am I at disadvantage because my leg's like up in the air?
How flexible are you? Can you touch your toes pretty easily?
You're grappled. It's the same applies to grappled, so
It's not
nothing.
disadvantage, right? 20.
Oh yeah. It's a door.
4 damage.
F shield. Sorry, I don't have
Yep,
that.
no, that's my
Mimic,
bad.
I think.
Should get that there. The Mimic, and then Girion, followed by Ziggs.
Oh, I should have tried to break the grab.
Okay. The mimic is going to go ahead and attack what it has hold of. Seems like a great idea.
Try it.
It's gonna slurp your foot.
I like it.
It tickles.
20.
That just hits. God damn it.
You gotta take damage sometimes.
7.
Oh no.
From the
to
door,
19.
the handle comes wobbling out and whacks him across the head, then wobbles back into the door just as if nothing ever happened.
This is funny to picture.
Girion laughs.
I do. I laugh out loud.
Gary's up. His action was a laugh. Okay, next turn.
How wide is this door?
Typical door width.
5 feet.
Yeah.
So
That's a big door.
It could
Not
lose some weight,
any-
but like,
how wide are you?
it's not a 5 door.
Are you 5 feet wide?
It's like
No, yeah, it'd be like 4.
You can hit the door. You can figure out.
If
a
I
way.
shoot around it, I can hit the door.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot my short bow at it. 17.
That hits.
What is that? 1d6 plus 3. So 6. And he's right there and he's conscious, so I have
Yep, sneak attack.
I have a sneak attack on it.
Yeah, there's no other
Nice.
enemies.
12.
12 total.
Nice, dude.
12 total.
Jeez.
Nice.
Okay.
Ziggs
Ziggs is up.
is gonna do.
That's one less arrow.
Ziggs is gonna do what Ziggs is gonna do, which is try to whip the door. He's got reach, so I didn't get up close to it.
The ex-wife's gonna beat
Boom.
the mimic.
That was a 12.
That hits.
Sweet.
Meet
Okay.
it, meet it or beat it.
Yo, 1d4 plus 2. Bah. That's gonna be 4 plus 2 is 6. Yes. Okay. So, does it get stuck or anything?
No, it would be.
Being that it's technically melee.
I don't think it gets stuck.
Okay. So then, seeing that,
I think.
Cruven, who's next, is going to hit the doorknob with his quarter staff, or at least try to. Cool. That's a 14.
Oh no! It adheres to anything that touches it. I
Cruven
apologize.
is going to grab a brick.
So he needs to make a strength check with his.
With the whip.
Yeah.
You gotta guess what I rolled.
3, 4.
A 4. So he gets a 3. Yeah, he gets a 3. So now we got a tightrope.
Yeah.
Neat. Okay.
Blang.
Crewman, seeing that it gets stuck, grabs another brick, hurls it at the door. For a 21 to hit,
Yep.
for a total of 4 damage. How's this door looking? Eye in the sky.
It's kind of hard to
Sky
tell
down.
because it's like if you've ever made one of those mixtures that if you push your hand to it slowly it sinks into it.
Yeah.
If you hit it firm,
Yeah.
it just kind of does the wobble wobble wobble.
Right.
It's doing that instant. So you're not really sure.
Gotcha. Cool. Great. Okay.
It's I will say that kind of like how a candle will melt and you'll see the wax sometimes pool over the side.
Yeah.
It's starting to do some of that number. It is starting to lose some of its consistency of form, but it still looks like it's doing the same things I was doing at the beginning.
Alright, I'm gonna try to help the group out, and I'm going to try to punch the door.
He's gonna punch the door.
Yeah, he's gonna punch the door. He's gonna punch the door. Wait a minute. I have flurry of blows at level 2.
Yeah, dogs.
What have you been doing with the life?
I didn't think I had it at level 2.
I didn't notice either.
I don't. That's a holdover from when I must have messed up my. No, I definitely do.
Yeah.
I definitely do.
All right.
Okay, well, I get to take 2 unarmed attacks as a bonus action after my main attack.
Okay.
So that break was my main attack. I'm now going to punch it with my first fist, and that's going to be an 18 to hit
That hits.
for 4 damage.
Okay.
And then other fist is going to be It's going to be a 10 to hit.
That's not gonna make it.
Great. All right, strength check to pull my fist away.
The one fist, yeah, that landed.
Shpa. That is 18.
That got out of there.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. After Kruben and his win.
Come on, Stefani.
I don't want to.
Hitting it with a weapon stuck to it, correct?
The melee weapons have, if you throw a brick or shoot it with a bow, you tend to be okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and shoot my longbow at it.
Whip it good. Whip it.
Ow! Yeah, I want my elbow. 19.
That'll hit.
And that's.
Can you just imagine like a longbow in that room? Like
4.
It's awesome.
4 damage?
4 damage!
That's
Alright.
4 whole damage!
Arrow goes deeper than any of the others so far.
Yeah.
And it just kind of absorbs it part of the way in, and then it comes back out a little bit, then back in a little bit, then back out a little bit.
It's like angry door shaped jello.
Shield. You're still stuck in a door.
Hits it with a hammer.
You go ahead and swing a hammer.
22.
That
I
hits.
love mine being grappled.
8 damage.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead and try to get that thing out of there.
17.
That rips free, and in the process of ripping that free, we'll go ahead and say your foot came out as well.
Sweet.
Hooray!
One more sticky foot.
You Bob.
The mimic goes ahead and attacks Shield
What?
with a 20. Nat. So he's going to do
Oh, he's gonna. You got critted by a door.
hit by a door.
Does it re-grapple me or some shit?
No.
Does it re-grapple me, please?
It did 12 damage. That was the worst crit ever.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, to us, that's definitely not the worst crit ever.
It's like half my maximum health.
Yeah.
Roll a 1.
We gonna die.
Jesus.
We gonna die.
Who's next? Is that me?
After the mimic, it's back to Girion. Yes.
All right, with the short bow again, shooting them arrows. 9 does not hit, I assume.
No,
Didn't think it would.
not gonna make it.
Missed that arrow.
Ziggs.
Then zigs. Zigs.
His whip's still stuck in the door. He can do something about that or throw up or whatever.
He's gonna throw his hand axe.
Okay.
All right, cool. That's a 5.
Nope. Not at all.
Okay.
Kruben.
Yes, I'm going to quarterstaff it.
Oh,
It's gonna be great.
gutsy.
16.
That hits.
Hit. Cool. Wow. 4 damage.
How do you see a mimic door dying?
Okay.
God.
So Kruven has lined up a shot on the doorknob, rears back as hard as he can, and slams it. As it slams into the doorknob, the entire mimic that has been like gelatinous up to this point goes rigid. The remaining form of the mimic like into the doorknob, and it clanks to the ground and just sort of rolls away.
Very cool.
I like it.
Goodbye, mimic.
Well done. You cleared it.
Can
All
I
right.
Can I use second wind now? It's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Did you already spin your hit die earlier?
Yeah, but it didn't say anything about hit die. It just said 1d10 plus your fighter level.
Okay.
Oh, second wind. Yeah. That's completely separate.
Okay.
At any point in time, deal.
That's cool.
Our
It
fighters.
says you have a limited well of stamina. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level.
That's cool.
Every short or long rest.
Okay.
Plus 4.
I'm doing a third of the damage. That's not bad.
I'm able to pull one of my arrows back out of the door.
How the door collapsed and everything else. How many arrows you shot? You shot a couple, right?
Yeah, I shot 2.
Okay, yeah. One of them,
Only
one
one
came
hit
back
me.
out. The other one like broke in the process of it all getting warped into the doorknob.
Only one of them hit though, so I don't know if that matters.
Okay. Then the one that hit ended up breaking when it got warped into the doorknob, and the other one was found on the ground.
Could I get
Okay.
a health
Still got
potion
one.
from those 4 that we found?
That works.
Look.
Well, I wasn't gonna take it. Well, yeah, I guess I will.
Okay.
One of the
2d4 plus 2 plus your
one of the
con.
potions of healing. So we're down to 2 now.
Oh,
Right.
9 plus my con mod.
I'm pretty sure I didn't make that up.
All right. I'm gonna say with that, combat ended. As you all walk into the room, giving it a cursory glance. The room is festooned with moldy skeletons that hang from rusty shackles against the walls. A wide alcove in the south wall contains a painted wooden statue carved in the likeness of a gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a voluminous black cloak, his pale left hand resting on the head of a wolf that stands next to him. In his right hand, he holds a smoky gray crystal orb. The room has exits in the west and north walls. You can hear the chanting still coming from the west. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end it there since it is 10.
Spoopy.
But you all basically got this room to kind of poke around in, and then maybe go back and go for a swim again. I don't know.
I don't like it.
I feel like we explored it seems like every inch of this place.
Mm-hmm.
I was really kind of curious to see how things would go downstairs and if you would come back up and explore any of the rest of it and find, namely, the Cloak of Protection
Yeah.
and some of the treasure that was in
Yeah, I'm
it.
glad we found that. That'd be
Yeah.
really helpful later.
Spell pots and all that stuff.
So, good job, team.
We didn't die.
Good team.
Not quite.
No, some fun comical fights were had.
We just only almost died.
Some good stuff. You all
That was good.
search the dungeons.
That was good session.
Good station.
Take all my. No, there's one.
Some near deaths.
Should have 7.
How many people went unconscious this time?
Just me, I
you?
think.
I got
You
I
were-
got close.
2 HP
Maybe.
away from 26.
Yeah.